Hello, hello, Toast. So, what other changes you want? Do you have any plans today?
We have changed the role and rotation.
Oh, interesting. That's something that we would really want to look forward to because people are throwing a lot of comment on Indian player, but I think we, as a newbie, I think there is always we never should underestimate the underdogs, right? So I think I'm ready for that rotation coming in. Let me throw some question to AHT Son XP Laner. Are you ready to? This is your second time going against India. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good to
Dia gimana, Cok? Gimana dia?
meet India again to
Yeah. Play.
yeah. I think no, I can play better.
Okay.
Oh.
You can play better than last time. Surely there's always
Dia lawan mana,
another
Cok?
chance. Are you ngatuk? Are you ngatuk? Right now, ngatuk. Is it ngantuk? HD ngantuk ngantuk. But ready for the game. Okay, let's throw back it to for team. Raven here. If today is the comeback, okay, let's say even just a match, what title will you give like this moment? Because this will be something that is very for example, the great Indian redemption or something like that. What would you call yourself if you came back the throne?
Cek.
I don't know.
You don't know. Maybe in the next game, I will ask you. You have 2 day off after this, so I think I will ask you again on the last day.
Cek.
But yeah, you can think about it. Is there any motivation that you want to tell the audience at the moment?
Please keep supporting us.
Yes. And one more question. I am very interested. Will Team Raven disband after this, or do you think you will stick with the same team? Because I know from the place that you come from, this is also something new. Like you keep changing your squad, right? So, are you planning to stick on this?
We will create a new team.
New team again.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Okay, okay, let's be honest. AHT Sports, you are very strong. Last time also you had a very great show against Impurity. If you are going to celebrate your win today, how many matches have you win so far? HT, did you count?
I think
India lawan apaan sih?
3 or 2.
Halo Risma,
Yeah,
halo.
this one.
Okay, how would you celebrate? I know Coach is treating you guys to Burger King, and even you are treating a lot. How are you going to celebrate if you win today again?
Halo.
I think I will go out with my team again to eat or what.
Berapa menit coy interviewnya anjir?
Is Coach treating you well?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Anjing.
Anyway, going back to the final words from both the team. Any message to your fans and to each other?
Good luck.
Asep.
Yeah, good luck.
All right, thank you so much for your time. No matter what happened, let's make this match remember, and good luck to both teams. And with that, we will get back to the caster desk.
Discord yang nge-lag, Cok. Gila. Mulai deh.
Okay, guys, with that being said, back to us casters. That was a really wholesome interview, getting a little bit of insight between the teams, and their relationship and bonding with their coaches. It just seems really sweet. What do you say, Fredo?
Nggak tahu gua mulainya kapan.
Well, of course, the young bloods, they need to face these kind of interviews. Some questions from Nine as well. It just makes the show interesting, and not just that, it is giving the exposure that the young talent needs in order to face the camera, right? Because someday, if you're
Suara
going to be
kesannya
there on the
mantul ya.
top, you're going to be asked a lot of questions, and this is a platform where you're already getting trained for this stuff, basically.
Dia ngomong
So yeah,
apaan,
it's
John?
very initiative again, once again, and not just
Udah
that,
ada
the
Google
young kids
Translate
they
apa nih?
really seem to be like very motivated and very mature, giving good
Yeah.
replies to the questions that are being asked as well.
So with that being said, guys, I think you
Okay.
must be wondering, like what happened to the faces today? We are not seeing any faces on the screen.
Apa kita potong aja, Cok?
Well, it is really unfortunate to say that today we are, having a lot of technical issues due to
Sama,
which
anjir.
we are unable to open our cameras. So I hope
Gua
that
pengen
the
lihat nih.
audience will bear with us,
Gimana mainnya?
and stick
Tapi
around
kan dia pelajar
to
dari India nih.
support these players and the teams, because it is not us who are the main characters here. It is the players. It is their work that they put into putting on a show for you guys to fight it off against each other. So yeah, guys, I just hope that you're gonna bear with us for today. We might not be able to show our faces for today, but then again, we promise to deliver the best we
Lama
can,
kali.
to provide that
sepotong,
entertainment and the enthusiasm which you guys need. So,
Yep.
Fredo,
Masih ada putih-putihnya, Cok.
have you, been watching the tournament lately? Like, are you familiar with the
Filter
teams?
itu mah.
Um,
Mana sih?
I won't lie, I have not been watching it too closely,
Transport.
but I mean, I know the team Impurity. I mean, they have been one of those teams that have
Jadi-
actually like done a lot in the Indian scene as well. A lot of people
apa
recognize
sih?
them, and a lot of
Right.
people. I mean, they have a lot of fans which follow them as well whenever they play
Potong lagi
tournaments.
deh.
So I believe this team has the potential to represent India someday. But for now, I mean,
juga
this tournament itself is a
kalian.
very big opportunity as well.
5 juga sama.
So, let me actually introduce you to the
Oh, lebih
teams.
lebar ke
Tonight on
kiri
the
ya.
first game, we have the team Ravens from India,
Ini
and they
deh.
are facing off against team AHT, which is from
Oh,
Indonesia.
Jody,
And
Cok.
so
Asik
far,
Jody kayaknya.
we have seen that
Dari
the
Indonesia itu, Cok.
Ravens
Fotonya
are
dia.
trying their best to hold their ground, to perform their best
Lama mainnya,
110% to represent India and fight off against these different nations teams and Indonesia, and honestly,
Anjir,
India,
kagak ada.
as I've said
Gini-gini
previously
udah lama.
on the like day 1 and day 2 as well, that India, we have
Jadi,
a lot to go through,
Salah.
because we've been lacking a lot. We've been slacking behind when it comes to performing in the international level. I mean, just from this tournament itself, we can see that
Lihat adik-adikan, Cok.
team India, it's getting
Apakah mereka kuat?
it's facing a really hard
Oh, Indonesia
time
lawan
against
India ya.
these pro teams such as
Mana sih
Bunsaran,
schedule-nya?
AHT, and Jesus is Lord, because they are from different nations such as Indo and Filipino. And
Kecilin dulu deh. Lihat schedule-nya. Indonesia lawan India, guys. Ravens plus Army Hunter. Army Hunter.
you are highly
Oh,
aware,
Army Hunter.
that MLBB was banned for a really, really long time
Hunter
in
Hunter
India.
ya.
So, I want to ask you like a question, like what do you think, how did that ban, impacted the Indian
Cok,
community,
udah
the
main-main
Mobile
anjir.
Legends community in India?
Well, I do feel like the
Tiga
ban
menit.
impacted it a lot. A lot of players who actually played, stopped playing. But slowly but
Ini mainnya
surely,
berapa menit sih?
the main people, the game company has made efforts to bring the game back into the nation. I feel like the efforts are being reciprocated by the public as well. It has shown some very good response from the public. The
lama
tournaments
kali.
that have been happening have just created the atmosphere. The esports scene seems like it's
Apakah
finally
kamu
back.
masih ingat
But of
dengan
course, we still have a long way to go. The tournaments that have been happening,
Soalnya
they
dia.
don't really have the best graphics, you can say, not the best casters, you can say. But of course, I mean, everything starts from scratch. And right now, we're in that stage where we have a long way to go. But tournaments like these, tournaments that keep happening in the community, these are one of the reasons why we can say that, of course, we're progressing in the
45
right
menit,
direction.
Cok,
We still have a
anjir.
long way to go, but at
Berapa
least
menit?
the direction that we have taken, is the right one. And of course, if
5
we
menit
keep
lagi,
going
Cok. Baru
on the same
main,
direction,
anjir.
we will definitely reach
Lama
where
kali,
we're
lama
supposed to
kali.
reach. We are,
Lama kali,
of
lama
course,
kali.
targeting for one of those M6
Gua udah habis
wildcard
batang nih,
slots, or
gamenya
maybe,
belum
sorry,
mulai.
like M series wildcard slots, or maybe the MSC wildcard slots. But of course, it won't be an easy one. But like I just said, everything starts from scratch. We have to start from the bottom, and of course we'll go higher and higher as the time progresses, as we get
Makali,
better
Cok.
at this game, as the community improves as well, and the way the tournaments have been happening in the community increase as well. And with that, we are almost ready actually to get into the game. What do you say?
Yes, it seems like the players are almost ready. So, before the game starts, let me go through a quick rundown,
Kita
of
kasih
the
lagu dulu
players.
kali ya.
On Divine Ravens here, we have Tatsuya, we have Toast, we have One Trick Claude, we have
Daripada dengerin dia ya guys, ini kita lagu dulu guys. Ya guys sih, lama Cok dia. Nah, ini driver. Lihat Cok, mukanya Cok. Wah begitu Cok, anak sekolah. Wah begitu. Di tim Indonesia nih. Beda sekolah dia ya. Lihat ya gameplaynya. Ini anak-anak yang main di CBN terus main ya.
Starters, one out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks. Rise.
Round skate-nya masih masuk ya, skate-nya. Menit 30. Asfaltnya bisa Cok. Pertama kali deh.
Keeps us floating as we fly above the stars. That light won't scare us falling. So rise up. I'm too great to be landed. Rise up. We're too great to be standing.
They never gonna stop us, fly by them like choppers. Better took those risks, hold one of my fists, we fire starters. Let's go. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks. Rise.
Kagak, tapi kalau yang udah ngebor kagak Cok, kalau handphone tapi suara ini masih jebol gini.
Won't you take me home? Give me with your fire. We can run away. Castle.
Nah, draftingnya lihat ya. Draftnya kita lihat ya.
Won't you take me home?
we are heading straight into the drafting phase. And here on my blue
Ini mudah-mudahan
Raven
nggak ada
from
musiknya ya.
India, on my red side we have team AHT all the way from Indonesia. So on the first
Jujur,
pick here we
ya,
have
Cok.
Divine
Anjing, bukan
Raven.
tua-tua gitu,
I mean
Cok.
on the first band.
Anak kuliah
So
kali ya.
we are gonna see what kind of a band they might come up with. And
Udah
here we go. We
band,
see
Cok.
that
Belum pokok
Divine
deh.
Ravens are actually picking off the Fusion. They do not, want to take advantage of that first pick and try to save her out for the first pick. What are your thoughts, Fredo?
It's a very impressive first bans, I would say. Of course, the Zushin is one of those heroes
Ben Duxin sama
that
Haya
can
ya.
cause problems for the frontliners, especially, and that's why it has
Ada
been taken
eSport
away.
ID.
And on the other side, we can see the Hayabusa getting
Divine
banned. Of
Raven.
course, a jungler that has been nerfed in the last patch, but still, the deadly shadows
AHT.
still continue to create
Army
fear
Hunter,
among the
ya.
players, and that is why it seems like AHT will not shy away from banning out this ninja.
Indeed, Fredo. I mean, this ninja is one heck of a assassin. He can make a lot of deadly plays with his quad shadow, He can dive in and out. But if you look at Team Divine Ravens here, we see that they have picked off a roamer such as the
Yang
Matilda.
ini masih ini, Cok.
Ooh, team here, Team AHT, they are picking away the Freya. Because if we talk about, the PH and Indo meta, Freya is actually one of those, one of those heroes that is
ini ya.
constantly being picked as a
Ketutupan, Cok.
core, as a
Bentar-bentar.
hyper. So, Team AHT, they do not want that Freya to just be, given away to the side of Team Divine Ravens here.
I see. I understand what you're saying here. So basically, the Freya is a jungler that is being used a lot in the Philippines and
ngomongin Freya,
Indonesia. We don't really see it
Kita
quite
hilangin
often
dulu
in
guys, ini
India
guys,
though.
kameranya guys.
But maybe Team AHC not really aware that Indians don't really
What happened?
prefer to use the
Siya,
Freya
siya.
as a jungler, and that is
No
why they're
control,
banning it
anjing,
out.
dia.
But instead, we do see the Joy being picked up as Lord as the jungler, and that is why Team Divine Ravens will be banning out the cute little Leonin here.
Indeed, Fredo. I mean, in the Indian server, assassins are really dominant, and Joy is one of those dominant forces that can really dominate the
One
early
pick Pro
phases
Day.
of the game,
Namanya
even in the
Pro
mid and
Day
late
nih.
phases,
Kita lihat
with
coba
those
dikasih
high
Pro Day.
burst items such as the Holy Crystal, Bloodwing, and the Divine Glaive, just enough to melt any squishy hero.
Siapa tahu ada bibit unggul guys di sini guys.
And not just that, we do see the Joy creating outplays every single time we see her having that dash, because even in the not the M series, but of course the Snapdragon series finals, we did see
Ini ngeban apa lagi,
King
Cok?
Kong making some insane plays onto that Joy, escaping a very narrow
yeah.
path, and that's why the Joy, having a lot of outplay potential, usually gets banned. And not just that, right now we can see Team AHT banning out a hero that we don't really see quite often getting banned out.
Gatot.
It seems like they have some plans
Pas
because
pick
of the
Bandang ya.
without the Gatot Kaca.
Indeed, we see that
Bandang bukannya udah jelek ya kalau
Divine
di
Ravens
ROM.
here, they have taken the Badang as the first pick,
Guys.
but then again they are
Apa masih
forgetting
bagus,
that
guys?
the Fanny is always in the meta, and
Fanny langsung
we have seen
Fanny
that in
gelo,
the
Cok.
previous games we have constantly see the Fanny
Kasih
being
tahu
banned
dia.
again and again, and this time it seems like Divine Ravens are
Easy game kan buat Indonesia langsung Fanny Granger
Fanny.
gitu, Cok.
So
Meta India
there's
gimana,
just,
meta
no
India?
space for her to be banned in the first phase of the ban, because it's just
Meta India,
basically
guys.
banned. So the Team AHT, they are gonna take advantage of that. They are gonna secure that grandeur and that Fanny on their side, getting that chance to do the second pick with two heroes on their side.
Hylos.
Yep. They take away the grandeur, they take away the
Ini Hylos
standing,
ROM
the
apa Hylos
damage
XP
dealers
nih?
have
Bisa
been
ditukar nih.
And with that, we
Dua-duanya,
can
Cok.
see the Hylos, and okay, we're seeing an Irithel here, of course, a
Irithel.
direct counter for the Granger pick coming in.
Mau buat
But it
dia
seems
yang
like
counter
Divine
Granger ya.
Ravens are somebody who know the draft quite well. But what
Karena
I'm really
apa
curious
ya?
to see here is the fact if this
Pergerakannya
or the
cepet.
Hylos, which one will
Anjir,
be the
cinta
one
dan
going
malam.
to the EXP?
Dari hari, Cok,
In
anjir.
the Rome section, because we
Dan
have
di rank juga di turnamen hanya cinta dan malam
that the
anjing.
Badang does not really work out well, especially in the pro scene. We have seen the Badang really suffers when it is put into the roamer role, because the thing is, Badang really needs those items to be able to,
Ini tanknya apa nih?
very useful. But if
Oh,
you need
ngeban
that
dulu ya.
utility on your side, you need that farm. But when you're a roamer,
Capir.
you don't really get that farm, because of which the Badang gets denied of the opportunity to shine, and that is why the Badang. Let's see where it goes here though. But on other side, we can see the Sicilian has been picked.
Mestinya ban ini gak sih?
The Xavier has been banned out here. Interesting.
Tanknya.
Well, you know, talking about the
Ini
Sicilian,
ban 8 nih, India nih.
you know, being picked off, you know, on the side of AHT alongside the Grandeur. So we see that AHT so far they have a lot of late game potential with
Ini
the,
pasti
you know,
jebolan
with the
Garuda aku,
continuous
guys.
stacking, you know, on the Capriccio
Cici.
as well as on the
Dia nge-ban Cici ya?
Sicilian. So if
Oh,
you know,
Heroesnya XP berarti guys.
Divine Raven
Heroesnya XP
will be
badangnya Rom nih.
towards the late
Karena
game,
dia nge-ban
it's
Cici ya.
looking, you know, the scales are actually tilting towards Team AHT because they do have that Sicilian and Grandeur for the late phases of the game with those insane
Gue lebih ke kanan sih
burst
draftnya,
damage
Cok.
coming out from the Sicilian with his, you know, combos such as the, you know, with his combo
Dan
as
junglernya kah?
bad impact as well as the
Nolan.
Sanguine Claw, and not to forget his ultimate providing that extra sustain and movement speed to, you know, get out of a crucial situations to just back away.
Ini mau
And
nge-ban apa,
you know,
Cok?
talking about the drop
Baca nih.
on the side of Divine Ravens, as you were
Ke sana
saying
ngepot,
that,
ngabisin
you know,
beatnya.
we
OP
might
kan
not
midnya dia.
see the down on the EXP because of a highless there. But then again, if you
Mila.
talk about Badang is a very, very versatile hero. He is a very flexible hero. He, you know, as you were saying that, of course, he needs that farm, you know, for those itemization.
Masih
But
ada
then
apa
again,
sih
you know,
di
a Badang
junglernya,
roam,
Cok?
you know, with Tang
Apa,
Emblem,
apa
you know,
jelek tapi
with Tang
masih
Emblem,
bukan
you know,
Nolan. Better gak sih
Tennessee,
Nolan guys?
in the early phases of the game, it provides just enough defense for him to be tanking and soaking the damage. And as he progresses
Edit, ya.
into the game, you know, with the Thunderbelt on him, and as well as his
Masih ada,
skill to be
Cok.
soaking enemies, to be continuously stacking
Ini
that
editnya
Thunderbelt.
Rom ya.
I feel
Fix
like,
nih.
you know, a Badang roam might be relevant. It's not that, you know,
Gue gak tahu, Cok, gameplay
totally irrelevant when
anak-anak
it
ini
comes
gimana.
to roaming. But then again, it all comes down to the team as well, how they, you know, make those synergy, those coordinated plays with one another. So
Ini
yeah.
gimana nih gameplaynya nih?
Yep.
Kita lihat
Not
nih
just
draft.
that, we're seeing
Lihat,
here
Cok,
that
draft ini.
the Carmilla has been banned out here, so there won't be a Carmilla
Draft si
Sicilian
India
combination
ini, Cok.
coming in from the side of AHT. A very good draft so far, and they're going with the
Nolan,
Nolan
kan?
as the jungler, but
Midnya
I don't really see I don't really see the logic here. Of course, you're having a Fanny on the other side. You want to pick something which can catch the Fanny, but there does
Yip,
not
jelek
seem
sih,
to be
Cok.
a lot of crowd control
Ambil Yip
into
itu.
the hands of Divine Ravens to do that. And not just that, it will be a really difficult choice to pick up the Eve here because they have a lot of mobility. They want to escape away from it, but I mean the Eve is
Bitter
an
Aura gak
S
sih?
tier mage at the moment
Dibanding
in
Yip
this
itu,
meta.
Cok.
Of course, they can do
Kurang
some
sisi
insane
ini.
outplays with the help of the
Siapa yang mau
RWM.
berhentiin Bani?
The RWM is placed properly.
Badang.
But oh my
Hah?
god, to finish off the draft, AHT have picked up
Aku tabrak
a
X-nya
hero
Brandon,
that
yes.
really likes to dominate when it comes to crowd control, when it comes to damage, when it comes to sustain.
Ada ikan segala, Cok. Dua lagi.
Indeed, Fredo. We have seen that, you know, throughout this student exhibition, we have seen that if Fredo is a, you know, consistent pick when it comes either to the jungling side or the EXP. He has
Noising
been
gimana
really
sih?
dominant in the series so far. So, you know, I'm actually really excited to see where this Badang is gonna go, either on the EXP or the roam. And, you know, whoever will be
Si
facing up
Matu deh kalau
Fredo
suara yang ngomong di
it's gonna be
speaker.
one heck of a anime fight there, because the sustain that will be coming off from these heroes is just gonna be it will be a long-lasting fight.
Gue lebih
But
suka
then again, let's
kanan
not
sih
forget
draftnya,
that
Cok.
Team AHT here, they have picked
Itu Pani mau gimana berhentiinnya?
Heat there. So with that being said, guys, we are back
Itu
in
Pani
the
mau
land
gimana
of Dawn, and I'm
berhentiinnya,
going to
guys?
throw it away to Fredo.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first match of the day of the
Respect, ya.
International Student Exhibition. It's Divine Ravens going up against Team
Filipina,
AHT,
India,
AHT from
Indonesia.
Indonesia, and Divine
Tiga
Ravens
ini ya,
from
tiga
India.
negara.
Both these teams looking to face
International
each other.
Games Student Student Exhibition
And
Match.
win this match, create the hype that their country needs, and of course the support that every community is looking for out there.
Oh ini si
Many
Pals
up
ya
against
yang
the
bikin
Nolan, though. I'm
ininya
very
ya,
skeptical if this is going to be a good
yang
matchup or
bikin
not.
korbarnya.
Well, you know, if we talk about the draft of AHT, they do have, you know, the early game
Tagline-nya masih
advantage. They
stop
have the
Yoki,
Tanya on
Cok.
their side, they have the Edith, as well as the Brethren. So you know, when we're talking objective-wise, if they want to contest on the top tier, what's
Atas
going
dong, lihat
on,
atas
a lot
dong.
of ganking we see here.
Yeah, of
Never-
course, we are seeing the Edith
Orang
providing
kanan,
and
Bang,
scouting
kamera,
out
Bang.
the area, not allowing the enemy to take away any sort of information that can
Ya
help them.
Allah.
And it's going to be
Ini
Marco
settingan
going
dia
up against
ultra.
Tatsuya, a Granger up against the Irithel, and it seems like Zihans is already providing the cover that this Granger might need.
Nah, makan tuh
What
gatot.
is going on?
Badang.
And it's a first blood secured there, and
Bisa
that's
ngapa-ngapain, Jo, Bandang.
even though the
Jangan tempat
Irithel is a
edit.
natural counter for the Granger, Marco here already having a great start in this game.
Yang Predator Harilos
Spot here, Fredo,
sama-sama
what is
tebal
going
ya.
on? Look at Zihan providing that continuous zoning for his marksman Marco.
Mati dong editnya.
Oh, but behind
Wah, sayang
comes
banget,
the
Cok. Udah betul
Balzan
mati,
with
buang
his
flicker
wall,
juga
and
dia.
Zihan will get taken down here. Of course, another kill going into
Apa
the hands
itu
of the
edit
goal
di situ
laner.
ya?
Tetsuya and Marco seems like they both are even, and they both are like
Dia gak baca
they
tracking
have a very
begini
tough
kah?
match ahead. It seems.
Tracking bapak nih, Cok.
Indeed. And with that, guys, the first turtle has already
Dia udah
gone, and we
press
see
ini
that,
aja Gordon, Cok.
on the side of AHT, Mephisto
Pandi kan
securing his
Pandi
buff
pasti
there.
lepas apa
But
gak
then
sih?
again, here the Nolan already
Tapi
making
masih
his way
dapat
into
creep
the
dia
turtle
editnya.
with I Am Mosquito zoning out the area for his teammate here to secure the turtle. It seems like
Tapi
they are
belum
going to
beres
secure the
anjir.
turtle with an ease, but then again,
Makan.
Yo, Toast decides to back away. He will use the wall to his advantage, but now,
Oh, Badang
there
yang
comes a
berdua,
fist strike
Cok.
coming in from the Batang. Paddy managed to escape.
Nah,
I Am
tapi
Mosquito will
dibalikin,
fall down
edit nih,
along
Cok.
with one trick Claude. And there is a double kill going into the hands of Zihan. A tank taking 2 kills, RWM setting in. Zihan's
Ini
walks
mau
out
gimana
of
nih,
the box
Tuyir?
and he will get taken down.
Nolanya
Toast will
mati.
get taken down as well.
Itu
There
mati
goes the
lagi,
flicker.
gila Predatornya, Cok.
But Son will not get the kill. It will be Descartes who will be securing the kill there.
Ooh, so far looking really good onto the
GG
side of
sih.
PhD. Son actually with that, with that appraiser's wrath
Rapi,
and that
lebih
triple
rapi
combo, that
tim
was just so
Indo ya.
beautiful to see. And if we look at the goal lane here, we see that Tatsuya is having a hard time against Marco. Despite being
Nah ini ke red stream anjing kagak
he is
ngapain.
just unable to dodge those
Paninya
rapidly
tetep
coming off from Marco.
dapet
there.
ya,
He is
paninya dapet
actually
birunya.
struggling 1v1 with Marco,
Wah
not
di
being
plating
able
atas
to
ya di
dodge those Rhapsody and that Sonata. So Marco
Dipegangin ya,
is having the advantage
jaga
on his
satunya.
side. And if you look at Marco, he's just continuously stacking up
Masuk
those
ke paninya.
ratio onto his passive. Oh,
Yang
on the
pas
right
ya.
side, what is going on here?
Tapi timing biru pani,
Like
biru
there
pani
was,
kan dapet dari
certain
Nolan juga ya.
delay in the hands of Toast. Otherwise, there was that should be.
Ini badannya mati nih, badannya mati nih. Nah,
Oh,
badan mau ngapain, Cok?
Mosquito gets taken down, smashed between the hands. I see at least the wings of the bat
Bisa
will
banget
take him down
cacingnya.
here. And that is a very good and very strong lead into the hand of AHT. Seems like
Ih,
Divine Ravens are
pegang
really
ya.
struggling to get ahead.
Jelek di ini, Cok, ambusnya ini
You know,
India,
goal-wise, it seems
yang
like
kiri
the
India.
Divine Ravens are already behind the 2K
Full
goal here.
plating,
And if we
Johnny,
a lot of
3
engagement
orang,
here on
4.
the mid side,
Wah mati sih rata guys.
Oh,
Biru
Flicker being
rata
forced
guys.
out as well, but that will not be enough to take Marco down.
Nah,
Marco will be
Bridgetnya
getting
langsung
the
sky
kill
spear
here.
5,
Manny with a
Cok,
clutch hold as
jalan.
well. Oh, RWM setting in. There comes the wall. The
Umi
wall has been
tackle
put him in a
berarti ya.
very good position. But they decide to back off. They don't have enough damage. They don't have enough backup. Oh my god, Badang goes in once again. Mosquito will take him down.
Itu badannya
That
badang
was
sih,
not
guys.
necessary to go back once
Lebih
again. Once
better
he lost
badangnya
19
DST
as
gak
well.
sih?
Not enough. Marco
Dibanding
will keep
badang
him at
Romi
bay
itu.
with his Death Sonata.
Indeed, and with that, the second turtle is already up. But then again, it seems like they're
Eh,
not
Pani
focused
siapa
on the
yang
turtle. They
ini
are
nih?
actually focused on
Tapi
invading. Here,
sebenarnya
what
nih
is
Pani nih.
going on?
Nih
Oh
strike
my
kabelnya.
god, another shutdown being secured here.
That missed
Killing
him.
spree for Marco. Marco doesn't seem to be stopping. Josh is trying his best, but Marco is saying, I don't care. I'll be using my
Masih
bullets on
escape
your
ya.
face.
Nggak di setup dia.
Fredo. That was just a crazy, crazy play coming out from the side of AHT. They're actually forcing those invasions, trying to put, Divine Ravens onto the negative side, unable for them to make a comeback. But then again,
Lagi-lagi
Mephisto
barang.
with the steel cables goes in with the cut through, unable to get the
Wah,
kill here.
flicker mati dong.
Oh, but
Paninya mati
will
dong.
secure it finally. But it seems like one turret hit will take him down. One trick Claude getting the
Paninya
kill
tetap
there.
mati yang dapat
And that
heroes
was so
ya.
unfortunate,
Jadi ada
but
TB.
of course, you pay the price if you want to take some sort of kill
Terlalu
like
maksa
that,
gak sih,
really
guys?
deep into the enemy territory. But now it seems like they've recovered some gold from that kill, but will it be enough to deal
Masih apa ya?
significant amount of damage?
Kurang rapi
On the
ya
other
dia
side,
mainnya.
oh, there comes the Earth Shatter, and the
Ini turnamen antara bocil internasional apa? Dia 3 negara, Filipina, Indonesia sama India.
My goodness, the mage and
Ini
the
yang
marksman
kiri,
on
yang
the side
biru
of HT have
dari
been
India,
getting
guys.
all the kills, all the farm that they need.
Dia cowok metanya aneh gitu, cok.
So far, it looks like, you know, team
Dia berspeak kan?
THT here, they're just gonna be
Berspeak
securing
badang,
off
anjir,
the Raven
aneh.
without the jungler's help. They are just so ahead that, you know, team Divine
Terus
Ravens, they
di
cannot do
Barca kan
anything
langsung
despite, you know,
pick
having
Fanny Granger tuh.
that
Malah
Reggie on
dipaksa
their side
badang rom anjir.
when, you know, the Mephisto was far away from the map. But then again, here, looking so
Kalau gue
good on the
mending
side of
badangnya taruh XB aja.
AHT. Oh, the Fanny going
Ini
in
siapa
with the
yang mau
few
stop
days of
Fanny
Shadow.
nih?
Oh my god,
Tapi
once
tadi Fanny-nya
again,
blunder
Buff
sekali sih.
getting stolen. It's not looking good here
Kabelnya
for
buset juga.
Team
Gak
Divine
begitu rapi.
Ravens. Team AHT clearly dominating the
Bawah
map.
dong kamera weh.
Oh, of course, it's a high loss.
Tapi
Nothing to worry about there,
Franklin kuat
man.
juga ya.
A high loss with so much HP. It won't be the easiest task to take it down.
Ya,
I
XP
think
gitu.
if they decide to force it though,
Ini
they
gelap,
do
cowok.
need to lose
Yang
a member,
biru
especially when it's inside the
badannya
tower. You
badang
don't really
kagak
have
bisa
enough damage
pegang
to take down
ambus.
a high loss yet, but
Soalnya kan
the
ada
Sicilian was not the
edit
best
juga.
pick when I saw it
Edit
happen,
Franklin.
but right now the Sicilian just proving me
Pegang
wrong
banget
here.
itu badang.
Look at the damage they're placing onto the Eve in the mid lane, forcing him to recall.
Indeed. The
Walaupun
Sicilian
Halo C yang
actually
dibikin Brom
with
ya,
147 stacks
tetap
in
susah
about
gerak, cok.
7
Edit
minutes and
Franklin
20
ini.
seconds into the game. Ooh, what is going on here? The Spani with cables just trying to zone out those there. But then again,
Yang
you know,
dia
on the left side,
kagak
you see
punya
that
coach dia,
the
cok.
mid
Anjing.
here, first turret is already down. And Team AHT unable to respond with anything because
Terus mukanya tua-tua anjing pelajarnya.
they're just way too behind. And if you look
Nah,
at the
kuliah kan dia.
itemization so far, the Grandeur with the highest goal, 7,000 goal here, already built with
Oh,
3
enggak. Sky Speed-nya
items onto the
dibanding ke
Hunter
Granger
Strike,
ya.
as well as the Sky Piercer with
Sayang loh,
20
padahal
stacks,
Fanny loh.
and the Blade of Despair to provide that despair into the battlefield. On the bot side here, Fredo, what is going on?
Oh, seems like Mosquito
Ya,
might get
Heroes kagak
caught
mau
once again.
bikin
Has
crash
to flicker,
helmet,
will
guys.
decide to escape it.
Buat
And
nempelin
there should be a
ini
disengage coming in.
depannya
Oh,
tuh.
Som seems like he wants to
Orang
force the
nggak-
issue.
nggak bisa
Zihan
masuk
with the
belakang dia,
knock-up, and there might be a kill, but oh, there comes a fist crack, and Zihan will be the one paying the price.
Makan dia
Som
4.
is going down as
Tapi
well.
tukar turret
Tatsuya
itu,
with 2
tukar
kills into
turret
his
sama Lord
hands.
nih.
Finally feels like
Mestinya.
Divine Ravens are back into the game.
Mestinya berani sih Lord, cok.
Well, they did get a trade-off there,
Mulai
but then
set up.
again, they did lose this, the second tier turret on the mid side. Here.
Midnya
There's a lot
hancur
of
gitu,
resource
dilepas
exchange
pas.
throughout the map. If EHT here actually, if their teammates are getting picked down, they're just gonna go ahead and pick off the objectives there. So
Ya tuh,
quite
pergerakan minimapnya jelek,
I'd
cok.
say quite a good trade here on the side of Team AHT. Here on the top,
Dua-duanya
though,
sih
a lot of
kurang.
invasion coming off from the side of One Freak Cloud here.
Heroes masih dipegangin
Seems
bawah
like
kan,
there might be
buat
another issue
penanganan
coming
bawah.
up. Mosquito gets taken once again. Of course,
Ini maksa,
we all know
pada
that
maksa
Mosquito
apa
is
ya?
a roamer
Lagi
here.
jauhnya pada
He does
maksa
need to
dipegangin.
be the front line, but I feel like he's getting way out of position sometimes. He needs to maintain his positioning, otherwise
Nih
he'll be
abis
taken down.
abis Fanny ngebab biru baru ngelot kayaknya.
Indeed, and we see
Jangan
that we
mati
have
aja Fanny
already
di sini.
surpassed the 7-minute mark. I mean the 8-minute mark.
Sayang
And we
sih
see that
buang-buang skill
Son
satu
on
gitu,
the
guys.
side of PHT already building away that roam item for that extra stats on him.
Mati dong iritalnya dong. Polos banget, cok.
Something that
Dia
everyone
malah
likes to
ulti,
see, but on the
cok.
other side, top lane, it
Empat
seems like
turret.
another issue is coming up. Tatsuya will go
Please
down.
kayak
On the
iritel.
hands of Marco.
Gela.
I mean, his name is Marco, but he's playing like Super Marco at this point.
Kira skill 2 dulu dia.
Indeed.
Skill
That's
1, skill 2
actually true
gitu
because
cek
Marco
ambus.
here, he is just not an ordinary Marco. He is a Marco
Maksa dia.
with 456 stacks
Masih
as
ikut
well
turret.
as 50 stacks
Oh,
on
gak
the
pecah,
side.
atasnya kagak pecah
Marco
pas
is
turret.
definitely a super
Masih
one.
ketahan
He is
creep.
gonna be hitting a lot of damage. Ooh,
Mati
on the
lagi
bot
tuh
here, what is
sendiri
going
tuh
on?
dia.
Fredo
Open lock
onto
tuh.
the highlight.
Lewatnya.
Damn.
The amount of damage that they have right now, especially because of Marco here, with all those stacks that he has on the Sky Piercer, even the high loss is not an issue.
Ini
That is
enak,
something that
cok,
he can
kalau
take
main
out quite
round
easily,
gini,
but
cok,
it
lawan
seems like they're
lawan
trying to
musuh
force
gini.
down this bottom lane tier 2. And Mosquito, he is way out of
Dia menang
position
di
once
Golden doang
again.
sih.
He does not really
Cuman
need to do that. Flicker being forced
nunggu
out.
red game
And
banget.
Brandon Descartes will pick up another kill for his
20
name.
menit 12 deh, irital baru bisa main tuh.
And with that, we see that Mosquito goes down. And
Ya,
on
tapi
the mid side here,
Brandon edit
the
juga sih, mau
Elemental Lord
dibombnya
already
gimana?
launching his way towards the mid side. So our, team Divine Raven, will they be able to defend it? Because if we look at the items here, they merely have two items. The Windtalker and the Berserker Fury. Ooh, what is
Masa
going on
tinggalin
with
ya?
Super Marco with that Sonata providing that
Kurang sih
zone.
bang kalau tinggalin gitu
Oh,
guys.
there comes the RWM trying to zone them away. One trick Claude will stun.
Mas Ferdin bisa
And
mati
it
loh.
should be enough to
Tapi
defend
dapet
it, but
ya,
oh my
gitu.
goodness, when it discards, takes down the
Masuk
tower,
nih,
and
panik ya.
RWM coming in as well.
Finishing,
There comes the
finishing.
Swiss crack. Marco will get another
Finishing
kill.
game, cok. Pening.
With another kills,
Kayak
actually
anak-anak lain.
two into his hands. Tatsuya is left all alone to defend. Will he be able to do it here? Tatsuya all alone, does not really have enough damage, and he will fall down as well, as Marco will be the one getting the kill and locking down the base.
Gila gua nungguinnya lama cok, gamenya bentar doang
It
anjing.
is gonna be game 1, ladies and gentlemen. And the first win is gonna go onto the side of
Gamenya
Team
sebentar doang anjir.
HD from Indonesia. Resulting in 2 chocolates on the side of
Gila guys.
So far,
Well-
into the analytics here, we see that the Grandeur picking off that MVP already with 11k gold, which is just so overwhelming. He has basically all the items, and the damage that was being dished by him, it was
Ih jelek cok warnanya. Jauh banget anjir ini. Ayo lo ngapain di sini kan? Aneh sih momen lordnya. Nih ini nih. Dia ngapain di situ cok? Nih masih di atas gini cok. Dia nahan. Dia mau kemana nih? Jalan dulu ke sini guys. Nah, gua mending open di sini apa atau enggak di rumput ini guys, diam. Tapi temennya masih nahan biru, lihat di badang. Masih so op, gila gak tuh? Darahnya setengah, dia maju cok. Anjir dia ayam-ayamin gini. Dan jam juga kuat udah bang yang Indo. Iya, dia pegang catch tapi carry pressure juga tinggi cok. Soalnya kan dia romnya edit damage-nya lumayan juga. Mau panik, gak ada apa ya, stopper buat panik juga. Oh langsung lanjut game 2, gelo guys. Langsung lanjut cok.
In the first game. Here,
Langsung dilanjut.
if Divine Ravens can make a comeback with their drop, with the
Gua
way that
sih
they
ini.
approach this game, because AHT do have a strategy that they usually use. Again,
Dan
once
Gatot
again, we
deh
can see the
masih
Gatot cards
apa
have
ya,
been banned out
band-bandnya
here.
masih sama gitu guys.
Indeed. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, into the second draft. And on my blue side here, we have Team AHT, and on my red, we have Divine Raven. So on the first ban, we see that AHT are actually picking off the Gatot. The Gatot is actually really into the meta of the INDO and PH side. He has that sustain, he has that damage, he has that crowd control. He is just so thick for any usual MM to take him down. With his passive, which provides him more higher defense whenever his HP is lowered. And with that, on
Nih,
the side of
respect sih
Divine
ban Bani,
Raven, we are
Bang.
going off again with the Joy ban here. So
Masih
it is
takut sama
gonna
Joy
be,
ya?
you know,
Kalau
it could
takut sama
possibly be a
Joy,
same
Pani
drop
gitu
on the
bawa
side
hero
of
stopper,
AHT,
cok.
or are they gonna switch up their game and
Dia kan
try
udah bawa
something
stopper,
unique with the
anjing.
draft? But then again, looking on the side of Team AHT, it seems like they are following up.
Ini masih
the same draft.
Benhaya ya,
They're
respect
taking off away
akhir
the
dulu guys.
Hayabusa as they did in the previous game, as well as the Gatot. So on the side of Team Divine Ravens, what are we expecting?
Well,
Fredo.
I feel like we can see a Granger and a Fanny ban here. Both of those were one of the main problems in the last game.
Ya dianya berapa
But of
sih?
course, you can keep them open and decide to counter them out with your picks, of course. But if you feel like you cannot really counter them out with your own picks, then definitely it should be a good approach to ban them out here. But let's see what they're thinking so far. In my opinion, that should be the approach that they should go for this time. And
tadi siapa
I
sih
really
yang
want to
ininya?
see another Nolan hyper coming up, because the Nolan is not really the best. And here we can see the Fanny getting banned.
Indeed,
Oh,
we see that
langsung ya,
Divine
respect
Ravens
ya,
they
Ben
have
Pani
actually
dia.
learned the lessons not
Susah,
to
Cok,
open
kagak ada
the
kos
hand.
gini,
Here,
dia.
they are coming off with the
Gak ada yang
strike
bimbing.
ban on the side of on the side of Team AHD. And if you look at the draft so far, it seems like Team AHT they are sticking to the same draft. They are going to be banning off that Freya.
Masih ngeband Freya juga dia.
Of course, a Freya ban once again coming in from AHT. Nothing out of the ordinary, because they have been doing this in the last game as well. Seems like Freya is something that actually, despises them or something. Maybe they hate this Freya or something. But of course, with that, the next ban coming up will be the Badang. The Badang is something that did not really work out quite well in the last game for Divine Ravens. They decided to ban it out, though. Seems like they don't want to give it away.
Takut ditutor kan dia ke band Badang, Cok. Sampai Cok ngeband Badang itu.
Marco, as we all know, was the MVP in the last match with that grandeur. He still
Dia
had the
lebih apa ya?
opportunity to pick up the grandeur.
Yang
Like
tim
I
Indonesia
mentioned
lebih
before,
manjain ke
Grandeur is
boardnya
one of those picks that
dari
can
early game-nya
get
langsung
picked up
bener-bener
as
di
the
GB
first prio pick.
banget.
But here we're seeing Rene Descartes
Juxin ya,
going in
ini
with
pegang
the
Juxin. Juxin Ailas masih
I
oke.
mean, they, Divine Raven.
Ini udah
they are-
Juxin dia masih pegang Ailas,
they're
aneh sih
actually
guys.
panicking, I would say, because after the first game, they actually forgot to ban off that Fanny, and in the second game, they're actually focused on the Fanny. Oh no, we have to face against the Fanny. Next game, we have to ban her. Here they come with the Fanny ban, but then again, oh no, we forgot about the Jujin. We forgot about her. What do? We don't have no more bans, and then basically Jujin goes away on the side of AHD, and Randy's here just gonna secure that pick right away without any hesitation. And on the side of Divine Raven, though, on the counter pick against the Jujin, they are gonna go ahead and pick away that, Sicilian for that
Granger kan
outrange
masih
and
buka.
poke
Lebih
damage,
better Bruno gak
as
sih
well as
daripada Granger
Tatsuya,
sebenarnya.
securing away that Granger, not giving it away to Marco in this match.
Ini soalnya Bruno-nya di open guys.
What a pick it has been so far. I feel like in the last game they did their best with the picks that they had, but right now the two picks which were picked up by AHT in the last game going into the hands of Team Divine Ravens. So let's see if it was actually the problem of the draft, or is it going to be the same thing around?
Wah,
Because when
kacau
you play
nih.
a different draft,
Sama
you
apa
need
nih?
to show that you are better at it. But right now the thing is AHT have a different draft than the previous game. Meanwhile, Team Divine Ravens have picked up the
Tommy
heroes that
Citar.
AHT had in the last
Dia
game.
gak ada yang main harit ya.
Let's see if Team
Gue lihat ya,
Divine Ravens can
apanya mau main
make,
harit nih,
make
ngepikin
a good
Citar
use
gini.
of this draft that they have right now, or do they need to learn again from Team AHT?
Indeed, on the
Oh,
side of
Hilda
AHT,
tuh.
we
Hilda
see
baru
that
tadi Hilda
Zihan
kagak di-ban juga
onto the
guys.
show.
Yang game
So
1.
I'm expecting a show roam on Zihan because
Yang gimana nih main
he is a
Hildanya nih?
roamer. And then again, Min sitter pick here onto
Ah,
Spawn.
respect Adrian.
And
Tapi dia
as a counter pick for that, we see that one trick Claude here. He's
ngapain
actually
ban
going
Brandon ya
for
kalau
a
gini
Hilda.
guys.
I feel like one trick
Dia
Claude
ngapain
might
ban Brandon, Cok?
opt for a Hilda.
Ini rom SP-nya udah jelas
Why
kan.
did they decide to pick off that Hilda right away? It's not even
Soyu.
that they're not even
Orang masih better
taking away
sih.
the hypers, the assassins yet, and they are already securing
Harit
that
aja,
Hilda
Bang.
on their side. Maybe it could be a risky pick here because on the
Biar lu
side
bisa
of
main
the
assassin
team,
gak sih?
the marksman has not been decided, the jungler has not been decided.
Tapi Jo,
So picking away that that Hilda prior to these picks, it is quite risky, I would say.
Yeah, but
Ban
playing a
Retail.
little bit smart this time.
Masih ada
Team
Bruno
Divine
guys.
Ravens will ban away the
Bruno
Irithel.
Patrick bisa lawan
And they
Ranger,
had to
Harit
counter
juga
for
masih
the
ada.
Ranger here. And not just that, they ban out the Fredrin as well, which troubled them quite a lot in the last match. In the hands of Son, it was being very deadly, especially with the Appraiser's Rat coming in at the right time, especially with the Flicker combo as well, sometimes catching the enemy off guard. But this time, they will not have their hands on the Fredrin, and
Halit
Ranger
juga sih
is
bang.
out of the option as well. So, what
Pas
do
tadi
you think should be
jangan
a good pick here?
jangannya di ban nih Soyunya. Dia mau ban
Well,
orang
the
ban
Roma
Soyu
has
deh.
already been decided, on the side of
Lucas.
Zihan, they have a Cho. So the Cho, could come with unexpected ganks, such as the with the flicker combo onto his first kill and then kick away the
Iya, ada
Grandeur
Lukas
to his
juga ya.
team with
Lukas
the
juga
Will of
dimainin
Dragon.
juga
So
cowok yang
that
India
might be
tadi.
a thing that could have that we could see. And if I talk about the goalie here against the Grandeur, there are not many marksmen that can actually counter Grandeur and his Rhapsody, especially in the early phases of the
Ini mau
game.
gimana
Since
nih
that hits like a
gameplaynya
truck.
nih?
But then again, AHT being AHT, they have a coach on their side, a coach on the
Berapa jam sih?
back, analyzing the entire draft.
Lihat dulu ya.
So they might come up with, a very unique draft again because, AHT is one of those teams that like to come up with the most unique draft. We have
Mana
seen
berapa
that
jam?
they have,
4
in
jam.
the series, they have a Benny mid
2
lane, a
jam,
Ruby
4
mid
jam.
lane as well. So we might see something similar here.
2 jam doang guys.
Oh, definitely. The Indonesians, they really like to play around with the game. They really like to experiment as well. And sometimes those experiments seem to be working.
Pemain Nolan gak tuh
Hylos
Hylos?
in the mid lane. Not something that we
Kok
see quite
diapain ya?
often. But it seems like one
Oh,
of
Matil
those
masih
heroes
open,
that
Cok.
was
Kagak ada
picked
yang
last
pick
game by
Matil dia.
Divine Ravens will stay in their hands still. It will be the Hylos getting picked up here. I am Mosquito will be in charge of carrying this horse forward and leading the game.
Oh,
But
stop ya.
let's see if we will be able to do it or not, because right now on the other side they do have the Alpha, which is a good counter pick for the Hylos and the
Nah,
Hilda.
Julian.
Indeed, I mean the Hylas can actually counter the Alpha as
Karena
well
naruh jalannya
as well as the
di
Minfitter.
kantor Juxin.
But then again, if you look on the on the draft on the side of AHT, they have
Kanan
a
apa terus damage?
Fusion.
Juxin
And
terus
Fusion
damage
is the
juga.
biggest nightmares of any fighters because fighters are those heroes with no
Di game kanan
dash
sih
skills.
mestinya
They are
nih.
basically walking around.
Kanan guys.
So so with Fusion, onto the Lantern's
Dari
Clear can
berat
easily
ya.
stack those stacks on them and reposition
Ini posisi Minsitar ini buat apa sih? Dia mau kejar
the
siapa?
Hilda as well as the Julian.
Ya guys, udah
They
mulai guys
already
gaming
have
guys.
resources to take down the Zushin, but of course they do have the dive
Ini mau
because they have
gimana
the
nih
Hylos
jalan?
and the Hilda. They also have the Granger as well,
Kita
so
liatin dulu
they
guys.
can dive in all together onto the Zushin. But of course they have a Mincetar as well, but not just that. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome you all back to the Land of Dawn. This is the second game between Divine Ravens and Team AHT. The sides have been changed, but has the gameplay changed as well? We'll find out here if Divine Ravens can make a comeback or AHT will take the clean sweep.
Indeed, guys, we are back into the game, and so far on the both side, we see that
Oh, yeah.
all
Misi
the
tadinya XP
members
kan.
are actually quite, helping with the poke onto the jungle side. But then again, here on the mid, a lot
Oh,
of
Misternya main damage guys. Misternya main damage. Dari respect-respectnya cow dia.
Fredo, a lot of poke, a lot of throw coming
Wah,
on
apa?
the side of
Orangnya apa juga
Fusion
sih?
there on the Rendies. He is actually zoning
Sayang
away the
juga kalau apa ya? Iklan lagi.
Does want to deny you of that farm, and that is why look at Rene Descartes denying Josh of the farm that he needs, and that is why Sicilian is really difficult to
Ya,
work
farmnya kayak sama
well
gue juga
for a
sih.
team
Apa
who
dia?
know how the Sicilian works. You want to deny him of that farm, you want to
Dia
deny
war di
him of
Gotland
the
ya,
opportunity
war di
to get
Gotland.
his hands
Coy,
on
coy,
the
naik,
minions
coy.
to get those stacks, and that is
Lu
exactly
kagak
what
usah
is
buka
happening here.
jungle 1 gak sih?
Indeed, and so far if
Nah,
you look
lu udah
at
lihat
the
jungle
game, we
2,
see
Cok.
that the teams on the side of AHT, they've already positioned
Mati
themselves
sih
behind
masuk
onto the
nih.
goal lane here.
Nongol mati.
I mean, on the side of Divine Raven, we see that those actually camping on that bush, looking for Marco.
Nah, diwarin di mid ya.
Yo, it seems like might be some trouble for One Trick Claude here, and One Trick Claude will fall down into the hands of
Oh,
Zihans.
makan Hildanya.
First kill once again going into the hands of Zihans here. It was the first blood by him and the first game as well, so it seems like Zihans is actually a
Masih maju-maju itu
signature
Heroes,
first
Cok.
blood guy.
Indeed,
ditarik
and with
Minsitar
that,
nih.
guys, the turtle is up in about 3 seconds. And, Zihan already
Kayaknya
going
harus
there
pegangin
with
biru ya.
the vision onto
Jangan
the side of
pegangin
purple buff here from the side of... Oh, what is going on here, Fredo?
Kok dipaksa gini guys?
Seems like they want to force the issue in the blue buff side, but is Zihans actually ready?
Dipaksa gini, Cok.
Here comes once again with
Bisa sih
the
kalau
Kings
Arwinnya dipaksa
calling,
gitu.
and Metropolis will face the kill on the Toast. And once again, this guy, One Trick must Claude will
Minsitar
go
udah
down.
uji
Oh my
juga.
god, this is not looking good. Not
Tapi dia
looking good
berani
at all
juga ya,
here
ada
for
Minsitar
Team Divine
Julian
Ravens.
gitu guys.
Exactly, already 3 kills onto the side of Team AHT. And,
Kita
Divine
bro.
Ravens here already behind 2k gold.
Pasti ada Mayam ya.
It is... Oh, what is going on here? The Way of the Dragon comes right off the back with the follow-up. from
Didorong-dorong,
Alpha.
Sama Granger
And
ini
And
malah
look
dia
at that.
nunggu apa ya?
onto the side of
Kalah mental guys. Granger guys.
AHT again on the top here. What is going on, Fredo?
Lihatnya apa nih, berani
Well,
banget
this
dia.
is exactly how they like to play here. Team HT are showing the domination, even though the enemy has a high loss, even though they have a Hilda, they still dominated in the early phases of the match. They have the Julian as well, of course, a lot of early game potential, but in the goal lane,
Udah
though, it
mati
seems
dia,
like
Cho-nya
Astro is
udah
facing some
flicker.
trouble. The Moskov and the Cho able to do a lot, and look at that one trick Claude still not having that
Agak ada
level 4.
niatan manly
Really
gitu ya.
needs it at this
Ini
moment.
dari tadi guys.
Indeed, one trick Lord.
Mati si Granger ya.
He just hit. Oh, what is going on? Take over, Fredo.
The hands will fall down once again. That was the reply for overextending that Team Divine Ravens have
Agak
given
mati,
it to
agak masuk,
HT,
Cok, apa
but
sih?
will it be enough? Seems like Tetsuya is forced to recall and one trick Claude will be left all alone to
Ya
defend
Hilda
it.
Cok,
In the meanwhile,
ditombak
though,
Moskov diangkat-angkat
EXP
juksin gitu.
Mosquito might fall down
Masa
here, but
plating.
oh, almost falls down there. The placement of the glorious pathway was not the best
Wah,
actually.
sakit juga ya Moskov.
Indeed, on the top here, there are a lot of smoke coming out from the side of Marco and Wendy's. They already exposed a lot of HO.
Nah,
What
mati
is
dia.
going on the mid side here?
Mati sih mid dia.
Another kill going into the hands. Josh will get picked up.
Terusnya di
My
Tarkal ada
boy,
flicker ya.
Josh, he really likes those minions, but unfortunately, when you play Sicilian, an experienced team will always force you out, Zihan.
Ya Heroesnya diam-diam di lane mulu Cok.
Way of Dragon now.
Dari game 1 anjing.
Whoa, Marco finds the stun onto one trick Claude. He does use the SOD as well, decides not to teleport, but Marco might have forced the issue a bit too much. René Descartes is coming in with the
Terus dia pakai
and
kolom
will
juga
pick
kan.
up the one trick Claude will throw
Ini
it
nggak
once again
mesti
and
dia
once
slide
again,
gitu.
and Marco will finish it off with his spear. And now
Bakalan
the
Granger masih diem di Granger Cok.
and Marco will take another one into his hands. Double kill for Marco.
Itu kan
And with
apa ya,
that, now
Tarkal di
they want to
atas
go
nih.
in for invade.
Dia high loss Cok. High lossnya masih diem di bawah anjir.
Marco seems like he's lost on his way. Almost, getting.
Padahal masih di bawah menit 5 kan, masih ada apa Silver sini.
Oh, there comes the
Oh,
King
di
calling
Julian
as well.
bergerak.
Toast will get caught out. Mestro Phyllis taking the
Nggak
turtle
jauh
as
sih.
well. Things are not looking good for Divine Ravens. They're losing control entirely of the map.
Ini
entirely
ranknya
of the
Cok yang
jungle as
kanan
well.
Cok.
Seems like they're on the back foot once again. Oh, again comes in the Spear of
Udah
Alpha.
mati nih.
If they had a
Udah
Sky
selamat.
Piercer there,
Udah picker
Josh
ya.
was almost over. But oh, once again,
Udah
picking up and
sih.
showing one trick Claude. Zihan might get in trouble. SOD
Langsung masuk nih.
connecting. Not the best position though, decides not to go there.
Sinan dia.
But they can definitely get the
Okay.
mid lane tier 1.
Indeed, with that goes down the first tier on the mid side, and Marco making his way onto the bot lane, trying to push off.
Gila, visitornya, guys,
that first tier
tarik-tariknya.
on the bot side, but then again he seems to
Bang,
prioritize
majuin
the
dikit, Bang,
crowd
kameranya,
first,
Bang.
and then again here Randy is providing with that constant zoning, and not allowing one trick Claude to make any kind of an engage here. Oh, what is going on?
Waduh.
Oh,
Langsung
one
gebes
trick Claude
gitu,
going
Cok.
down once again for no good reason.
Gila, itu dia
Unfortunately,
mega
he's
banget.
coming in. But sometimes it's
Cheater kan?
just better to back off and try to do something
Kalau
on the
skill
other
gue
side
langsung
of the
gitu
map.
anjir darahnya.
Because when you know that you're confronting an enemy who has a lot of farm, who has a lot of damage,
Ya udah enak bini.
so it's not the best idea, but they will be able
Tinggal tunggu Moskov
get
main
another
guys.
kill onto Josh and the high loss
No, 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 no,
on
no.
the hunt now, being hunted down. And with
Win
that,
swing
René
lagi dia,
Descartes picking up
apanya?
another kill. Son will pay the price.
Udah susah
But
mati.
René Descartes with the triple kill. They might be looking for a maniac, but it's Toast and Tatsuya will stay behind.
Indeed, and if you look at the goals so far,
Kesehatannya
there is a
tetap ya.
huge difference. There is
Mentang-mentang lagi OP,
almost
Cok.
a 90 goal difference onto the side of
Tapi
Team
ngapain
Ravens.
Chris
They're
Helmet
actually
ya?
falling off really
Hilda,
hard. And if you look
Hilda,
at the items on the side
Apa?
of AHT, we see that the
Hilda
Alpha
Heroes ini.
already with his war axe as well as
Saya
what is
pikir
going on
sih,
front? A
langsung
lot
ya.
of fight coming in. Fredo, please take over.
Oh
Kalau
my
mati
god,
ya dia.
another double kill into the hands
Rata-rata,
of René
guys.
Descartes. René
Kalau
Descartes
kena
might be
no.
taking a triple. They want a maniac. This guy actually deserves
kejar
it.
nih.
And
Bisa
Marco
di-solo
will
kill
be
nih dia
helping
nih.
him
Kalau
secure a
Misita.
maniac here for René Descartes. This guy is looking unstoppable on the Zushin. Just walking around with the lantern. Taking maniacs for fun is his motto, it seems.
Wow, a crazy maniac, being taken off by Rendicio
mau
onto that
tahu kalau-
Julian, providing that insane
di-
damage.
dibikin Lord sih.
Already 80 stacks onto the Sky Piercer, which is
Dibikin Lord
absolutely
guys, dibikin
absurd.
Lord guys.
Here Zihan with those constant vision providing here. And it seems like the
Oh,
second
kagak
person
deh,
will
masih
already
di
go
sama
onto the
Moskov
side
deh.
of AHT
Paling
again
15
here.
detik lagi jadi
Marco
Lord.
already starting away with that turtle, but then again, it seems like they are just gonna call it off and wait
Oh
for the Lord to
enggak.
spawn
Dibikin
instead.
Lord ya.
Yep. And now they are deciding to take
Kan
control
aja
of the
guys sih
map.
creepnya.
Not actually, they are not going for the turtle now. They're going for the Lord, and with that,
Langsung
look at
doain aja masuk.
Mephistopheles already on the Lord.
Dan
This
juga
guy
diem di situ,
was a
Cok.
very good fanny in the last match, and with the Alpha as well, he's doing really
Dia
good.
udah
So it
bingung,
seems like
Cok.
AHT
Sudah
have
Heroes
all
ini
their
kalau
grounds
di
covered, at
pressure
least in terms of the
asli
jungle
gamenya
role.
kalah.
They do have a utility
Dia mau
as
kemana?
well as an assassin jungler on their side.
Indeed, and so far it's looking really tight onto the side of Divine Ravens. They do not even have a
Baris ke?
proper
Dibaris-barisin
item
Cok anjing.
onto One Trick Cloud. He does not even have that dominance yet. And what is going on with his build? He's actually going with a lot of taunting coming from the side of AHT. They are actually aligned in one row, spamming those emotes and recall here.
Oh, seems like they're
Tapi
really
Julian udah gak ada
interested
pilihan
in,
lain guys.
playing mind games with the enemy. But let's see if Divine Ravens get tilted or not. Because in these kind of situations, you really want to keep your calm, and they really want to. Oh my God, I don't understand the things which are happening right now. But Conceal has been used into the backlash. There comes the knockup with the King's calling, and oh my God, look
Tuh
at
Julian
that!
bingung dia mau
Atmosphere has
masuk
been
gimana
used.
caranya, ada skill
buttons have
visitor
been
kan,
pressed,
kagak
and
bisa
it
skill
will be
dia.
a complete pressure in the throat for Team Divine Ravens.
Dia bang langsung enak aja visitor Cok.
Team
Kagak
HT
ngapain balik.
comes onto them. There comes the Winter Crown as well. There's not enough to defend the base, and it will
Easy
be a
game,
clean
Cok,
sweep
anjing.
for Team HT.
Indeed, with that, ladies and
Sian
gentlemen,
banget,
this
Cok.
is a clean
Itu
sweep
udah
onto the
ngerti
side
berapa
of
gimana nih.
AHT. They are actually onto 2 games consecutively winning it without any hindrance or problem.
Kita lihat
And
lihat
if we
komennya
look at
guys.
the MVP of this game, we see that Randy is picking off
Lancar
that
ya.
MVP, very well-deserved MVP, I shall say, with those constant, providing that
System, Cok.
lantern-based CC, this positioning the enemy lineup here. And if we look at the team fight participation, we also see that Rendis with 100% team fight participation, followed
Oh
up
my
by
God.
Rihan with a 74% team fight participation, followed up by Mephisto with a 63 team fight participation, as well as, let's not forget, Marco with that insane 72% push onto those turrets, just keeping his eyes onto those objectives, getting down those turrets, enabling his team to, put the pressure whilst Marco is just out there,
Iya Cok anjing.
farming onto those turrets.
Yo, and definitely that was an impressive gameplay coming in from René Descartes. René Descartes is one of those people who actually mapped the entire globe, and right now we can see this guy mapping the entire globe with the lantern, mapping the entire land of Dawn, clearly showing that René Descartes needs more attention. Of course, with associate as a mid laner, you don't really get enough attention, especially because it's always the jungler or the goal laner who gets all the attention because all the kills go into their favor. But sometimes somebody like Super Prince comes up, somebody like René Descartes comes up, who shows us that mid lane is also a very important role in the game, because without me you can't really control the tempo. But this time René Descartes not controlling it, taking it all for himself. The entire game was completely in his control, and right now we can clearly see THT dominating Team Divine Ravens. Divine Ravens, they really need to do some homework before they come back for the next game.
Indeed, and I highly agree with what Fredo said. Like, it's not always the spotlight that the marksman takes away, but it's also, the mid lane, providing those insane bursts and continuous CC. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, for now, we are gonna call off for a small break. And whilst we are taking a break, just stay tuned, and wait up for the second match. And the second match will be up against Impurity Esport from India against
Pingnya tinggi katanya guys,
Ulsan
yang India guys.
National. So this is going to be one heck of a thrilling game between one of the strongest teams from Philippines and India. So stay tuned, guys. We will be back with a 5-minute break. With that, it is me and Fredo signing off for now.
control. Feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the I'm coming for the throne. I'm coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins. Won't play it safe.
Oh, ada lagunya cok, anjir. Kena dong gua. Kena dong ini mah.
Can we alone in the castle in the sky? We can run away and leave this world behind. Please just take me home to a castle in the sky. Castle in the sky. Castle in the sky. Won't you take me
I can wait another minute. I can wait another second to be with you for an eternity. I feel like I am in a daydream. Every moment that I spend with you, with you.
Won't you take me home and give me wings to fly? We can be alone in the castle in the sky. We can run away and leave this world behind. Please just take me home to a castle in the sky. Castle in the sky. Castle in the sky. Won't you take me Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down tonight. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna
Presiden coy Indonesia nih. Barusan menit lagi nih. Mau habis. Kayaknya interview lagi deh. Dikit lagi ya.
just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now.
lagi nih.
You know that we gonna let it out tonight. We gonna let it out tonight. We gonna let it out just like the sunrise. We gonna let it out.
Itu nanti capek dulu deh. Tambah semenit kok waktunya. Kecocokan pin kah? India lawan PH nih.
And I've been chilling, watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chilling, kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the moss. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. You got me holding. Got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny,
Belum mulai juga ya. Nambah lagi dah.
and I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding me up. Play me like a bass guitar, simmer down and mash me up. Tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. Me up, drum me round and go right forward. Shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. You got me holding. Got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. I was not ready to falling like I'm wasted. My heart grows heavy. You got me blushing. And you forever I'll follow. You'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow. In immortality, I can see you.
Ini aja. Ya kawannya berapa sih?
Leave me hoping and guessing for the answers. No place stays forbidden. And you forever I'll follow. You'll be my holy ground. You forever I'll follow. In immortality, I can see you and me. In immortality, I can see you and me. My mind faded, my body wasted. What we created must have been fated. Just promise me immortality. I can see you and me. In immortality, I can see you and me.
Beratus ya.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely
Kayak
on our
sampai sini.
side.
Aduh, ya kawannya udah.
I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Lama cok, nambah lagi kak waktunya.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Bola tuh.
wastelands through the highways, and on we'll go. I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love. You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Terima kasih tuh orang banget waktunya anjing.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I've weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Fearless.
Ini belum mulai lagi.
And we are here with the second team in the lobby. We have Impurity Esports from India, as well as Bunsuran National from Philippines. So, what do you think?
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Wah, udah grafiknya.
We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
That is something that is highly possible, you know, because you just mentioned in the previous game that the Indonesians and the Philippines, they really like to play the Freya as their jungler.
PH timnya udah proper
We might
cowoknya.
be seeing a ban, and oh my god, the first ban will not be the Freya, but it will instead be
Ban
Hilda.
Hilda ya.
It is absolutely monstrous in the EXP lane.
Well, I'm not sure about the monstrous part, Fredo, but the thing with Impurity is they always ban Hilda. Always, always. You know, no matter what, you know, they are not gonna leave the Hilda away. There is just a grudge, a huge grudge against that Hilda, you know. Impurity, they just hate her for some reasons. Even though she's not picked that often, they are, you know, they just hate Hilda. So yeah, and talking about Bunsuran, they are coming off with the respect ban. They are banning away the Fanny, denying Van Satoru of his signature hero Fanny, as well as that Joy, because we know that Van Satoru is an assassin main, and you know, for now it seems like the Bunsuran, they are actually targeting Van Satoru. They are denying
Kita
him
bagus lagi,
of those
dia nge-ban paling ban
assassins
Joy.
that Van Satoru
Mas,
loves to play.
nge-ban Selena, Cok.
You know,
Jago kah
Fanny
Selenanya?
already being taken out of the
Dari
picture,
PH.
as well as the Joy. And then again, on the side of Impurity Esports, we see that they are going off and banning away that
Ban apa lagi?
Selena
Badang.
finally getting that spotlight. Brenda, what do you think?
Hanjo di ban ya?
Well, I mean,
ban
for
turnamennya ya?
the recent buff that the Serena received, the Serena was not actually the mage that everyone liked to pick. But because of this buff that it received, the thing is, it's very useful because the arrows are connecting much more. And I mean, the Serena, the main job in a team
Ini
fight for
kagak
the
tahu
Serena
deh,
is to
gameplaynya
connect
belum
those
baca
arrows.
guys.
And the
Dia
fact that you
kenapa
can
gue
land those
pertama kali
arrows
nonton
often
juga.
just increases the usage, the utility that the Serena can provide. And not just that, we also see the Serena setting up those traps for the vision.
My
So of course, in terms
Juxin
of
ya.
vision, in terms of utility,
Si
this
Juxin guys,
mage is
prioritas
absolutely
bir.
good. In the early game, of course, you know that the Serena is a very, very monstrous damage. I mean, the damage is just way too much in the early
Ini
game.
ada
So
Granger,
that is why the
Opga,
Serena is a really, really good pick here.
Bruno.
I highly agree with you, Fredo, because not only is she a really, a great mage with a great utility
Hari
skill,
jadi
such
edit.
as the Abyssal
Banyak,
Drop
yes.
to provide the vision, but then again, the sweet
Nah,
buff
untuk namanya.
on her damage, against minions and creeps. 250% damage increase is just absolutely sweet, and that lane clear is so much stronger on Selena. But then again, if we look at on the side of Bunsuran, they are gonna deny Neko Queen of that fusion. They are not gonna allow her, allow
Mati,
Neko Queen to play that fusion.
Mati
Because
lapa
they know
kah?
that Neko Queen, he can
Lapa
make use
kuat
of
sih.
any mages.
Definitely, Meko
Paling dulu
is
sih, Bang.
one of the top mid laners in India.
Paling
So,
narit.
of course, he is part of Team Impurity, and Team Impurity themselves are one of the top teams in India at the moment. And that is why we'll be seeing some of the picks that Neko Queen likes to pick here. That is the Zushin, which can cause some trouble here, being picked off here. And first pick as a Matilda. The thing is, if you pick up Matilda first pick, you can definitely open up a lot of options to be
Udah paling
paired
menarik
up
sih,
with,
guys.
of course, a marksman that lacks mobility, jungler that lacks mobility.
Bebas
You
sih
can
mau
definitely pair up
ambil
with
Rumble
Matilda,
dulu
and you know,
boleh.
it's so unstoppable, especially if you think about the Matilda Alpha combination. Oh my god, such a deadly combination. The damage is there, the mobility is there, the sustain is there. Everything that you need from a jungler is definitely there. And in terms of clearing
Yang
speed,
India no
jungler
coach
clearing
sulit,
speed,
Cok.
I mean, who can match up with the Alpha, right?
Usulan nasional high
Indeed,
school.
I highly agree.
Bill Gatot
Fredo.
ya.
And looking at the draft, we see that Bunsur Run, they are
India
actually going
hilos
off with
lagi,
the Philippines and meta picks such as the Gatot. They are prioritizing the Gatot as well as Zia onto that Harriet onto the
Efek
goal
juga
lane.
di main
So what
tempat
kind
ini.
of a counter pick are we gonna see?
Ada apa sih? Ambil dulu gak sih? Apa?
But then again, if you look at Impurity, they are going ahead and getting that
dulu
real
deh.
world manipulation
Oh, man,
onto their
Soyu
side,
mati
as
ya.
well as the Suyo with his great engage and burst coming off from Van
Susah
Sutton.
ditangkap sih.
Well, of course, the Suyo is
Super
jungler
namanya.
in this meta. I mean, which jungler do you even think of picking up against the Suyo? But of course, like
Freya.
you said, the Freya, the upset that this Freya can cause here, especially because it's in the
Kayak jungle
hands
kah?
of Team Bunsuran, of course, Bunsuran from the Philippines, the top region in this game, and that is why
Oh, makanya
we'll
band
be
Freya
interested to see
itu
if
dispeksi
Ben Sato, one of the top junglers in India, can pull
Sekarang
out
Esme sih
split
shield doang tuh, Cok.
Suyo against the Freya or not.
Sumpah.
Indeed, I mean, the
Smash
moment
it, what, Cok?
Bunsuran they picked off that Freya, here we see that Impurity they're responding with the
Kenapa gak main
actually,
Angel aja?
Florin ban here, to deny them of that heal and sustain for the Freya and the Gatot as well. So a pretty wise
Coach
ban,
Alexis.
to go off and just
Coach Alexis, Alexis.
against Bunsuran. And if we look at the ban on Bunsuran, they actually
Makanya ban.
banned off the Grandeur and the Hylas as well.
Padahal malah
The
paling
draft
dulu
so
guys.
far, looking at the bans and picks, it's looking
Dibanding
really
Freya
solid.
ya.
But then again, comparatively, if I compare these two picks so far,
Ini Ranger
the
masih open
skills
nih
are
buat kanan, buat kiri.
I'd say it's tilted more towards Bunsuran
Ranger
because they
Harris
have a lot of
agak susah ya.
sustain and damage onto their side. And talking about damage and sustain, what is a better pick
Lukas.
for damage and sustain?
Gatornya ditaruh
Rather,
di Rom.
when it comes to the EXP, rather than any
Bisa
other hero
ambil
such
juga sih guys.
as Lucas
Mainin.
itself.
Ini kagak ada yang main chip apa gitu.
Yeah,
Gila,
definitely.
Cok, hero
Better than
turnamen
Lucas
open
and
semua,
damage
Cok.
and sustain. Like my friend just mentioned, once
Ope
very good
Matias
insights
Solyu.
in this draft so far. But of course,
Lebih
the
kuat.
fact that you have
Lebih
such
suka kiri sih
good
gua.
frontliners. Oh my god, it was asking for this carry
Ini apa
pick,
nih?
and Kev, Super Kev will be picking up the carry here to go up
Ah.
against the Harriet. And we all know
Carry,
when it
yes.
comes to
Malah
1v1,
Kadita.
especially when it comes to a carry versus Harriet, the carry, once it gets 1 or 2 items, especially the Corrosion Shite and the Golden Staff, it becomes really
Ini
hard
suka
for
kiri
Harriet
sih.
to match up with the burst potential that this carry has. Even though the carry is a DPS marksman, it can actually burst down quite easily.
Ini mau
Indeed,
apa lagi
indeed.
nih?
I highly agree with that, Super Kev. But then again, if you look at the
Si
trend,
Freya-nya
onto
taruh di
Harry,
jungle aja.
he's actually going off with the vengeance here to provide that extra sustain against the carry because the carry
Ini sebenarnya bapak-bapak lagi streamer nonton anaknya main guys. Anaknya main di tim India. Babi bacot petani. Tim India.
spell than vengeance, right?
Miss gue udah tipis ya.
And
Jangan
that's why
tebal ya.
Vengeance will be a spell
Sana ya.
that we'll be seeing on the side of Team Bunsuran. But with that,
Gue lebih
to
suka
finish off
kiri
the
sih
draft,
geraknya.
will be Super Mike picking
Tahu
up
dia
the
gameplaynya
Pisana.
gimana.
Of course, a very good mid laner here being picked up. But will it be enough to go up against the draft of Team Impurity? Team Impurity's draft is looking strong in my opinion. But
Dari
the
tadi
fact
jelek
that you
mulu,
have
Cok,
a
gameplaynya.
Gatot Kacha on the
Yang
other
Indo
side,
jelek,
and
yang
you
ini
also
jelek.
have a Freya, and not just that. Not to forget, there will be
Kayak bukan gameplay turnamen gitu guys.
deadly grasp of
Kan
very
sekarang itu
good
komunitas
lineup
5 juga
facing
guys.
against each other. Top teams, top draft, top lineup, top match. Of course, we'll be seeing both these teams facing it up against each other,
Carry,
battling it out.
40
and see
damage
which team
ya.
comes out on top in the first match.
Tapi cukup lama juga kalau carry.
Indeed, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the loading screen. Just a moment before we get into the, into the battlefield, into the land of dawn. And with that being said, we
Pasal
see
ini
that
aja
both
sih,
teams are looking pretty
Popenya kan buat
solid with
TB
the
tuh,
draft and
mau
picks.
mati
And
lah.
with that, I'm gonna throw it over to Fredo.
Welcome to Mobile Legends.
di spam skill 2 tuh sama Matil jadi pasti spam skill 2 sih. Matilnya nanti warnya
Philippines and India. And in this match, we're definitely going to see a lot of action happening because both the top teams of both the countries
sama-sama kuat sih guys.
participating in this tournament, going up against each other.
Ini jungle,
Really interesting to
kayaknya
see
jungle
who
ya.
can pull
Kagak punya picker dia, kagak bisa lompat surprise gitu guys.
Indeed,
Tapi
indeed.
farming
Alfredo,
cepet.
looking really solid already
Baru
with
cepet.
insane
Tapi-
lane clear coming out from the side of Bunsuran with that, super mic
Sama
onto
sih,
that
Soyu
Vixana
juga
with that
cepet, guys.
explosion passive. But then again, here on the EXP, a lot of fight going on between the two XP
Tiba-tiba
laners
dua
and
level 2
rotation
aja, Cok.
already coming out from the side of Bunsuran.
Oh, Super Im seems to be in trouble and it will be a personal
Langsung
secured by
dimakan dong.
Super Mike. An early advantage into the EXP lane. And that
OP-nya langsung
advantage,
dimakan gitu guys.
it will really trouble them when they go for the turtle. Team Impurity.
Indeed, because when it comes to the early phases of the game, it is actually the
Nggak-
EXP
nggak-
laner
nggak bakal mati,
Alfredo
Cok,
that
hari.
shapes the game because with the early game clear. With the early lane clear, he can actually provide rotation through and fro to in the
Kan masih
map,
samperin.
help the jungler with the turtle, etc.
Yes, definitely, and that is why we'll be interested
Oh,
to
ada
see
jungle lagi. Oh, di-cut dulu dia.
in this match.
Oke.
Team Impurity, even after the advantage,
Main
disadvantage
cepet
they
guys,
just
anjing
create,
anjing.
will they still be able to overcome the disadvantage and make something in their favor in the first turtle fight? But in the EXP lane though,
Oh, buang red
seems like
Cok.
Super Lens is
Soyunya
already getting- oh my god,
mati
Lord
dong.
Wayne going in.
Mati dong.
And with that, there comes a deadly grasp. Another kill going into the hands of none other than Super Mike. And this guy on the Vixana with the flicker as well, so aggressive already.
Itu gara-gara Soyu ngedas depan guys sih.
Coming out from the side of Bunsuran, looking pretty solid with that.
Dia komitin
The
jungle
turtle
itu
is
guys.
already spawning, and then again
Boleh
here
ya?
Van Satu, what is on?
Oh, Van Sataru
sayang
coming
banget
in
ya.
with the
Udah mati lagi.
decimation. And that will be a kill. Very important kill actually because Super Mike was
Tiga
getting
lawan
too
empat
comfortable
sekarang.
with the positioning. And oh my god, there comes
Pokoknya
another
jadi
one
begitu,
from
tapi-
Super Lens. Nox will fall down. RWM setting in. Van Sataru
Masuk
coming
lagi,
in
Cok,
with his
Soyunya.
blade, but it won't be enough as he will fall down.
Nabrak
Super
Lukas
Lens
gitu, Cok.
getting another kill. Super Lens clearly showing that he is the dominant one in the EXP.
Dia kira
Super Lens
dia-
trying to go in. He does have Infernal Pursuit. Still going in. Lord Wind will get the turtle. Infernal Pursuit. But will it be enough to survive? 3-man here.
Kagak ada yang
No, it
mati
will
dong.
not. Lord Wind will take the kill onto Super
Kagak ada
Lens.
skill tuh ya EP-nya Cok.
With that being
Masa
said, it's looking
dipaksa gitu?
pretty tight onto the side of Impurity Esports. They're already behind 2.5k goal lead
Bisa
here,
di-trap.
and looking on the kill
Polos
profile,
banget
they
dia,
have
jangan
only
situ,
one
Cok.
kill on their side. But then again, here on the mid side, a lot of clash
EP-nya
going on.
polos, EP-nya
Oh, there
polos.
comes the Zaman force.
Gelo, 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 gelo.
Rotating all the way from
Ini
gold lane to
kenapa,
pick up a
Cok?
kill in the mid lane. Neko needs to be really careful. And it seems like the rotation is being read out here.
As you said, the rotation from the goal lane to mid side is actually crazy. It should be
Bisa ditabrak sih sama Gatot, guys.
mid rotation
Seriusan
goal,
gua.
but then again here, being on the advantageous side,
Ini war di jungle satu guys
Bunsuran,
sih.
they do not care. They're all over the map. But then again here, Lord Wayne going in.
War di jungle satu kan.
Yes, definitely.
Escape Soyunya.
Clear that Bunsuran are clearly dominating Team Impurity right now. But Impurity, they need
Tahuan tuh carry.
to do their best at the moment in terms of rotation at least. That is the least that they can do because
Atau
in
masih
terms of
simpen
the
ulti ya.
teamwork and synergy that Team Bunsuran is showing, Team Impurity seems to be of no match at the moment.
Indeed, and with that we see
Yang
that
paling skill satu ya,
they
Madrilnya.
are already playing those aggressive plays, going right into the mid side. Oh,
Ya, langsung
the
diulti.
eagle pop up here, Fredo.
Oh, trouble for Kev as he is forced to
Dia
use the
lo
flicker.
matinya.
There comes the RWM,
Dia
but
expect
it's
gua,
not
Cok,
enough to take
digituin.
anybody down. Van trying to go for Super Mike, but on the other side, Lord Wayne is
Bencana
onto
buat tim
Neko.
sendiri.
Neko, he will fall down into the hands of
Udah
Lord
snowball nih.
Wayne. And it's a double kill for him.
Udah
He wants to
snowball
go
nih,
for
Freya nih.
triple. And luckily
Nah,
there
masuk
comes
dia.
the flicker and Nox. But Lord
Udah,
Wayne will
masih selamat dong.
survive. And Zia will be cleaning it up. And it's a 3-man going down in the goal lane. Team Bunsuran is looking unstoppable.
Indeed, Bunsuran
Udah
is
bawa
just
kolam nggak?
asserting so
Bawa
much
kolam, guys.
dominance into the battlefield, and with that being said, it
Lukas
seems
naik aja
the
tinggal
second
Ren.
turtle is already up. And on the top side, though, a lot of clash going on
Dia
between
maksa ngambil peluang
Zia
buat ngapain
there
nih?
against Super Kev, but then again, Zia just gonna back it off for now.
Yep.
Kagak ada yang pegang ambusnya Cok. Pope naik kan kagak pegang ambus. Malah show di mid.
the late game actually, but even in the late game,
Sih dia pegang ambus kiri dari tadi guys
it's
sih.
not going to be easy even in the later phase of the game.
Biar kalau setup masih
RWE is
ditabrak,
coming in.
gelo.
Seems like the Lucas really wants to go in for all the kills himself.
dia gimana
Lord Wayne will be
mainnya?
the one picking up one of it, but on the other side, Van Satoru not even
Mati
letting them take the
dua-duanya.
bomb. There comes the AOG of the two members, and they will get taken down as well. It's an almost wiped out for Team Impurity.
Kayaknya kagak lihat ini ya, kagak lihat
Team
Harit.
Bunsuran. They are just showing levels
Timing
at
Harit
this point.
ke bawah pas tuh, Cok.
Exactly. I mean, the goal difference is
Tawan recall.
absolutely insane. 6k goal difference. And if we look at the items, Freya already onto that war axe, and as we've seen that the Freya, prioritizing the golden staff in the previous game, it seems like
Ketahuan
in
bang
this
di
game as
situ.
well, the Freya is just gonna go ahead and buy that golden staff for the, to spam spirit combo. Oh, what is going on the top and bot side?
Go.
Both sides,
What,
a lot
what,
of things going on.
Super Aim will get sandwiched between two members. Actually, four. There comes Infernal Pursuit. But
Iklan, Cok. Itu gol kagak premium.
taken down as well. Two members falling for one. It's
Ke
not
bawah,
a good trade for Impurity as they will lose
Ini,
power as
Cok.
well.
Turretnya cepet
And
dia.
this is clear annihilation at this point.
Nah,
There's
gitu
no
pasang
more
jungle-nya
work.
habisin aja Soyu.
Team Bunsuran are just playing another game.
Exactly. I mean, this is basically, a one-sided
jalan
game at
situ
this
dia?
point. Looking at Bunsuran, look at their items here. Looking at, Lord Wayne, his items already
Wah,
onto
Aditya
the
langsung
war
dikasih
axe as
biru
well as
ya.
the
Baru
golden
menit
staff,
6 guys.
to be
Aditya udah
able
dapet
to,
biru.
spam the spirit
Udah pede
combo
nih,
onto
guys.
the Freya second skill, as well as, looking at the Gatot there with the Thunder Belt. Just one stack, but then again, they are quite ahead, looking super tanky at this
Quantum
moment.
charge-nya
Ooh,
kagak
what is
dipakai,
going
Cok,
on here?
majilnya.
AOG coming
Mas
in there from
Kilgonya
the Zaman Force as
ngebuang
well.
sia-sia.
And Zia will be dealing a lot of damage but not taking anybody down. But it will be Iman who will be securing a kill there.
Oh, on the top.
Queen.
Ya, atas masih
Definitely trying to defend
boyawannya.
the- Oh, look, it's a 1v1 going on in the top side between the jungler and the EXP. Ben Satoru. It seems like he won't be able to recall because he's getting sandwiched between two members. There comes the outplay. Iman still surviving though all the damage.
Okay,
There is
mati,
a
tapi
lot of
mati.
healing onto him. Super Lance will take a kill onto Team
Adit
Van,
langsung
but oh my
taruh
God,
aja tuh
that
semenit,
was-
Cok.
I have no words to say at this point, my
Apa dibikin
friend.
Lord,
Once,
bikin Lord
I'm
dia?
clearly
I mean,
running
yes.
out of words to
Jadi-
say at this point, honestly.
Dominance,
Bantayan lagi,
being
guys.
asserted from the side of Bunsuran. It is just crazy. Even Impurity, they are not even safe in their own turret. They're getting, oh my goodness, here again, inside the turret.
Oh my God. Oh my
Mati dong.
God. Who will stop this monster? And of course, at
Shut
least
down ya, Freyanya.
I'll say consolation kill going into the hands
6,
of
Cok.
Super. Sorry,
Sayang
Team
banget
Impurity
itu.
there. But oh my God, honestly, there is no words for me to left to say. But this guy, Super Lance, he has been doing everything by
Oh, lihat
himself. I would say.
duning-duning gini, guys.
Yeah.
And at this point, Dia is also stepping
Harit
up the
tuh.
game, getting
Kagak-
another kill into his hands. Emando very
Gak
low
ada
at this
stoppernya.
point. Just
Kagak langsung
ran
dimakan sama
on to
mati
in.
aja tadi. Langsung gue ulti.
For now, it seems like Team Impurity are just gonna
Iya,
play
pas
safe.
mau buka
Seems
ambus,
like
kagak ada skill
they are
satu,
aware
Bi.
that they are really behind.
Jadi skill satunya
economic
kagak
wise, so
dipencet
they're
pas
just gonna
ambus,
play
Cok.
safe for now. And with
Ditahan
that,
biar lepas
the
diri dia.
Lord,
Bakar.
the Lord has already
Angkat, Cok.
spawned, the elemental Lord has
Udah pasrah
already
ini.
spawned. And with that, we see that, Bunsuran already asserting so much dominance, even invading that purple buff away. And here on the top
Wah,
side, a
udah
lot
enak
of
sih
things
ini.
going on.
Yang dimakan makanan loh.
There comes the AOG along with
19-3
the
guys,
Shaman
23.
Force, and Super Kev will fall down.
Masih
Even
di
though
situ,
Impurity
Cok.
has a good enough. Oh my goodness. What can be said? Zia is just
Dia
flexing
malah
around inside
malah
the
balik
base.
lagi
Let's
ngeluarin
see if
demi
they're able to
ngeluarin
get a
skill,
kill or
Cok.
not. And of course, Super Team will get a consolation kill once again.
Kagak mau
But
TB juga Gatot
not
nih,
enough
guys.
to defend the base.
Harusnya ditinggal
Okay,
di
there
sana
comes
di depan
Vance trying to
sendiri.
do something, trying to make something happen, but Eternal God will fall onto him. And
Ada
his life will be
secretnya.
taken once again as Lord Wayne trying to push down the bottom side.
Jangan
But
dipaksa gitu,
there,
guys.
is there enough to do this? Super Cap dealing a lot of damage. He decides to back off at the right time, and Nox will be coming in with the circling eagle just to defend the base. And look at the goal difference, my friend.
I mean, the goal difference is absolutely insane.
Jelek sih ini.
9k goal difference here onto the side of
Kiri mainnya.
Impurity. And with that being said, we see that the Elemental Lord already marching his way down towards the top lane.
Karena
And,
nafsu juga. Terlalu nafsu,
Bunsuran
guys.
already
Dia
positioning
gak mau nunggu
themselves.
Harit.
Here a lot of folk coming on from the side of
Padahal bisa itu ditahan gitu, guys.
So grass as well as the cursed blast. The Eternal God
Harit
has
kan
not
bingung tuh. Oh, gue biru dulu deh.
what is going on here?
Oh my goodness, Lord Wayne.
Ini masih
Really, there
sedikit
comes
lagi.
the strike from Van will take down Super Mike. Lord Wayne will fall as well. And it
Dia
seems
tahu
like
nih,
the
Gatotnya
tables have
pulang
turned,
kan.
at least for
Tapi
now.
masih tetap
Because
diwarin,
Team
Cok.
Impurity have gotten a few kills into their hands. And now they can definitely take a breather.
Exactly. I mean, throughout the game, they were not even getting a moment to take a break to breathe. But then again, here they get to take down 3 members, so the pressure will be a lot less. But then again, here on the red
Sabut
spot,
sih.
a lot of camping going on from the side of
Berdua gitu.
Run.
Ya, gak ada gila-gilaannya.
Yo, Zia still going in with the Zaman Force, and Ben Satoru will get taken down. Supreme going in with him for the pursuit, but the
Waktunya
Zaman
nemenin
Force
carry
still
farming
is there,
dulu.
and he will be falling down
Apa
once
cok
again in the
emangnya
hands of Zia.
farming
This
lane jauh
man is-
gitu.
Not to mention, he has died only once, and there comes the
Enggak,
EOG.
Soyunya aja yang
He will be
ngejanin
used just to get away from the situation. Super Kev coming in, another Zaman Force being placed down. Super Kev will get deleted instantly. Zia is going for one more. He wants to go for another one, but it seems like this
Kan
guy.
ini udah.
Yes, he takes down one, but he'll be falling down himself. It's a wiped out for Team Impurity, and Bunsuran are going for the end.
Cok gimana mau nahannya?
And with that,
Game apaan
that
sih,
is gonna
Cok?
be an absolutely ground shaking first game. A lot of dominance being asserted from the side of Bunsuran towards Impurity Esport. Impurity Esport could not even hold their ground against Bunsuran. The pressure that was coming off from the side of Bunsuran was absolutely crazy. Lord going onto the player, just going crazy even inside the turret, not letting
Kagak jelas
any
anjing
members
gamenya.
of Impurity Esport to get into safety.
Tonton-
Even their own
nonton
turret
Smash
is not
lagi deh.
safe place for them anymore at this point.
Nonton Smash
And
lagi,
so
guys.
far into the analysis, we see that Iman onto that Gatot Kaca getting
S3-nya nanti kita udah nontonnya.
MVP with about 89% team fight
S3-nya apa sih?
participation and 24% damage absorption,
Indonesia lawan
which is
PH ya.
absolutely
Tapi match
crazy.
tiganya Indonesia lawan
And then
PH, guys.
again, looking onto the side of Zia, coming off with the
Kita main
highest
main di chess dulu aja, guys. Sampai ini, guys.
36%
Match
damage
tiganya.
being asserted
Karena lama,
by
Cok, tadi,
Zia
Cok.
alone.
Of course, as a goal laner, your main role is just to deal the damage, especially into the backlines, taking them down one by one and going all in for it. And that is exactly what Zia did here. And Iman as well, the AOGs were so on point. And the thing is,
Turnamen
the way
macam apa,
they
Cok?
layer their skills
Bagusan
on
turnamen
top of
online
each
aja.
other, especially the way Zia goes in with the Zaman Force. And when the enemy has used up their dash skills, that is when they jump in. That is when they go in with the AOG, they go in with the
Kita lihat cek
Eternal Guard.
komen-komennya, guys.
Those two together are enough to knock anybody down, and
Next
this
game.
is just showing that Bunsuran is just on another level.
Exactly. I highly agree with you, Fredo, because the synergy, the coordination, the plays coming off from Bunsuran, the team fight, it is just on another level.
Ini temen-temennya doang yang nonton, Cok.
Impurity are not even close to what they're facing off against Bunsuran, because the team fight participation and especially the early game rotation towards the EXP, to make that EXP gap, to prevent those
jelas nih.
plays coming off from the EXP, such as the
Mana nih?
turtle rotation, to deny Impurity of that. So with that being said, guys, it seems like we are looking solid to go right into the second phase of the game, second match and second draft. So with that being said, we are just gonna wait, we're gonna play it safe for now. And with that, the Lord
wow.
Kita cek part dulu ya.
Look at the goal difference, my
even getting a moment to take a break to breathe,
Nah.
pushing his way down towards the top lane.
Yang
And
ini.
Bunsuran already
Yang
positioning themselves.
padahal
Here, a
udah
lot of
apa ya,
coming
main
on
parah
from the
dia.
side of Supermark with those, so grass
Bisa yang di
as
sini
well as
sih
the
sebenarnya
curse
kalau
grass.
rapi, guys.
The Eternal God has not
Nih Harit ke
been,
biru dulu nih. Harit ke biru nih.
what is going on here?
Masih ditabrak,
Oh
Cok.
my God.
Gatotnya pulang, Bang.
And clearly there comes. And look at the goal difference, my friend.
I mean, the goal difference
Nih, Harit
is
ya, Harit.
absolutely 9k for goal difference.
Gatotnya
on the
balik nih.
side of Impurity.
Gatotnya
And
balik,
with that
Rikal.
being said, we see that the
Ya kan?
Elemental Lord already marching his
tabrak,
way
Cok.
down towards the top lane. And Bunsuran already positioning themselves. Here, a lot of folk coming on from the side of Supermark with those, so grass as well as the curse
Masih ditabrak.
The
Gila.
Eternal God has not been.
Terus udah snowball gini,
what is going on
Experience
here?
kakak bikin ini juga sih.
Oh my
Apa
God,
namanya?
Lord
Mortal.
Wayne, clearly there
Oh,
comes
kayaknya
the strike from
kena
Ben will take
pressure
down Super
carry.
Mike. Lord Wayne will fall as well, and it seems like the tables have turned, at least for now, because Team Impurity have gotten a few kills into their hands, and now they can definitely take a breather. I was not expecting a lot because I've not really
Bagusan
seen
sekolah
Bunsuran,
Medan,
but
guys.
clearly
Asli,
after
guys.
this match,
Yang lawan
I am
Indonesia.
definitely aware of the level that Team Bunsuran
Gua pernah
is,
ketemu
and
anak
Impurity is
sekolah Medan,
nowhere
Cok.
near that at the moment.
Ya, lo mainnya.
Of course, in terms of draft,
Sekarang udah pada
I feel
lulus
like
kali
they have
ya.
done a pretty good job, but the Freya, I mean, it can get very, countered very well if you have a good amount of crowd control in your team. But Do Impurity have what it takes to outdraft the enemy? That is something that we need to look out for here. At least in terms of draft, that is the place where you can use your brain, right? So of course, let's see if Impurity has what it takes to outdraft them in this match.
Exactly, it all comes down to the draft, guys. So with that being said, looking at the draft here, we have Team Bunsuran National on my blue side, and on the red side we have Impurity Esport. But what am I seeing from the side of
Nih India mending kagak usah
Bunsuran?
ngeband kalau kata
Are
gua
they
cok.
actually trolling Impurity Esport with that yin ban? Is this actually, you know, an
Yang India
insult to their
mending kagak
face?
usah ngeband.
Because this is just crazy.
Oh my god, yeah, I mean, I would say the same if I was on the side of Team Impurity. I mean, why are they even banning out Gin? I mean, Gin is not a hero that you actually ban out. But looking at the bans coming in from Team
Ya cok, band-band aja udah ngeledek
just
gitu cok.
seems like they're playing a game here. Okay?
Band Yin.
But yeah, definitely there could be some reason why they ban out the Yin as well. I mean, we don't really know. We're no one to judge. But of course, it does not seem like the ban that you usually do. But let's see what Team Impurity's reply will be. Okay, and like you said, they always ban out the Hilda, and they have banned it out here as well.
Kan ada namanya
I
Predo
mean,
cok.
the ban on the yin is just a crazy
Ya, tapi
insult to
yang
us.
Predo yang
Then again,
gue cantumin di
on the second ban
deskripsi
from the
itu
side,
anjing orangnya
we see that they are gonna go ahead and go with the
rendapan
respect
banget
ban
vibes-nya anjing.
for Van Satru, denying him of his signature assassin, Bani.
Ini cowok anjing anak sekolah buat gini mukanya anjir.
This time, Impurity has decided to respect Team
Mirip Bang
Bunsuran,
Botak
banning out the
samping-sampingnya.
Freya. That is something that
Buat
even,
gua pindahin
it's
sini.
even once mentioned in every single game that
Pindahin.
happened so far. The Indonesians
Gua
and the
pindahin
Philippines,
sini.
they really like to go for
Ini.
Freya as their jungler, and that is why we can see the Freya getting banned out. Meanwhile, on the other side, respect from Team Bunsuran for Team Impurity,
Respect ban Freya
banning
dia
out both the
takut, Cok.
jungle that Ban really likes to play here. Oh my
And
god.
with that being
Yuxin,
said, we see that they did pick off the Jujin, you know, denying Bunsuran from picking away that Jujin. But then
Karet
again,
lagi.
it is not going to be enough because it leaves room for other meta heroes such as the Harren. And then again, we see that we are back onto the
Stopper gak sih
Harren.
bang?
What
Main
are
bang.
we seeing here on the side of Team Impurity? They are going ahead and picking away that Badang. So
Big
looking at
Badang
the
nih.
draft so far, I feel like this could possibly be a Badang EXP because
Ini
I have
patokannya
seen,
rank dia cok.
there's a
Patokannya
system
rank.
played in
Bukan
EXP.
apa ya?
So yeah, it's looking like this Badang will be
Bukan meta-meta
possibly
turnamen
thrown
dia.
onto the EXP side here.
I mean, I would say the same as well because I've seen in tournaments.
Nih,
in
paling
international
Cecilion hanya
tournaments,
cinta dan malam.
when he's played on the roam, he does not really perform well for a team. But
So
when he plays
you-
on the EXP, it can do pretty well because the thing is, when you play a roam, you're not really getting enough gold. And the Badang,
Tadi siapa sih?
a hero that needs those items. Why do you?
Super Imu kan sih?
The thing is, the Badang came into the meta because of the fact that
Oh.
Okay.
What am I seeing here? A
Oh Selenanya power kali ya. Tadi game 1 Selena di ban
Oh my
guys.
God. Either it's going to be Team Impurity getting cooked, or it might be Team Bunsuran getting
Game
cooked.
satunya
because of the
Selenanya
pick
di
here.
ban. Kita
Of
lihat ya.
course, like I was
Gameplay
saying, continuing what I
Selenanya.
was saying, oh my god, we need to see this Badang in the EXP. Otherwise, it's going to be really difficult for
Yes,
Team
meh,
Impurity to pull
hero-hero
out the Rom Badang
yang
here.
lagi
And
di buff
not-
ya.
Just to counter the Badang, the shield that this guy will bring in.
Ini kagak ada yang mau ngambil chip apa guys turnamen ini guys.
A very good
Exactly,
response.
the counter picks coming off from the side of both teams is just absolutely crazy because you know
Better chip sih
Team
daripada
Bunsuran
Badang
here,
gua kalau
without any
turnamen.
hesitation picking off that Esmeralda, like you know they are actually
Kalau main
so
5 ya.
aware that this Badang will be thrown into the EXP.
Ini seenggaknya kan
which is just
on
crazy,
Discord
you know,
gitu,
the
guys,
prediction
mainnya.
coming off from the side of Bunsuran.
Sayang banget,
Like
Cok, kalau-
okay, possibly
kalau
it's gonna be a Badang EXP.
kagak ada
So
apa-apa
you know
gini.
what? We're gonna counter that shield with the
Gak pakai hero
Queen
mahal itu.
shield with Esmeralda.
Yeah, definitely. Esmeralda is a direct counter for all the heroes
Wow,
out there.
Ferdinand
to use
parah
the
sih.
shield.
Masih
And we can see clearly that
pakai,
Badang,
Cok. Kalau
I mean,
di-
the reason why I said Badang came into the meta is because of the way that he can be played now. Because of the recent adjustments on the items, and not just that, the recent adjustment on his skills as well. And that is why the Badang is coming into the meta right
Apa
now.
nih?
But like I said, it needs to be played on the EXP. In the second phase of the bans though, we can see them picking up the banning out the
Cowok sih
Matilda here,
enak,
coming
cowok.
from Team Impurity. Of course, just imagine a Matilda paired up with the Harriet, with
Bunuh
the
dulu
Selena
ya.
and this Esmeralda.
Iya,
my
tadi,
God, this is
Bang.
a complete
Main bunuh
snowball
aja, Bang.
competition. It'll be really hard to deal with.
Exactly.
Tadi malah carry
I
dia.
mean, looking at the counter pick so far onto the goal lane, you know, Super Kev going ahead and picking away that Bruno or that
Yes,
Harry.
Pak, jangan
Then
lo
again,
kayak
I'm not really sure how
bakal
he's
ditaruh
gonna
di SP
perform.
deh.
But then again, let's not forget that the Bruno
Nah,
can
gak usah Rena
actually
juga.
out-sustain the Harriet when it comes to the laning phase, because Bruno onto the Haskell with his volley shots dealing those insane damage, and with insane damage onto the Haskell comes the insane sustain. The higher the damage, the
Masih
higher
ada
the
Barca
sustain.
sih.
So then again, if the Bruno
Pek
can
sana
dish
juga
out that
bisa sih, Pek
huge
sana.
crit onto those
Karena
volley
orang
shots, he can actually out-sustain that
dia
Harriet
di
into the
dulu ya.
laning phase. But then again, let's not forget that it's not
Ben
single
Nolan
player
bisa,
playing on the single
Ben
lane, it's about the team. And when
Edit
it comes
maybe.
to the team coordination, we see that, you know,
Kasih.
Busuran are far better when it comes to team fight participation as well.
Exactly. Team Bunsuran synergy is just next level at this point. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Bingung juga
But Team
gua,
Impurity
Cok.
are also a team that have
Draftnya gini.
performing, like that have been performing together over the years, I would say, because they have been together for a while, for a long time actually. So their synergy is quite good as well. But the thing is, when it comes to like the macro plays, especially, Team Bunsuran just out rotates them every single time, even though they had a Matilda in the previous game. I mean, even they had a Matilda, they were still getting out rotated with a Gatot Kacha and a Vexana. So we can already imagine that the amount of rotation, the on-point rotation that Bunsuran brings, Impurity cannot match up with that.
Belum nasi lagi,
And
Cok.
with that being said, looking at the band so far, we see that on the side of Bunsuran, they've picked off the Yves as well as the Phobius. And on the side of Team Impurity Esport, they're actually going with the respect ban again. They are, removing the Lucas out of the picture. And here we see on the side of Impurity Esport, Neko Queen coming off with his signature pick, with his Xavier, with those insane, precise shots
ngambil
onto
cuy ya,
the
dari
dawning
suaranya.
light. So are we gonna see those, crazy dawning light precision again in this game from Neko Queen?
Well, I mean, if you cannot really win
So,
the
apa
early, you
nih?
go for the later phases of the game, because in the later phases you can actually out damage the Xavier. Well, of course, because they lack the mobility. So, I mean, in terms of the mobility department, I'm not really sure how it's going to play out with the Xavier. But looking at the other side, it seems like the Xavier
Tinggal
could
apa
be a
sih dia?
good
Tinggal
draft.
jungle ya,
You don't
jungle
really have an
SP.
assassin. And I feel like
Iya.
Super Mike is going to be
Pink
on the
semua gini,
toes
Cok.
of Neko Queen at all times, trying to stun him with that abyssal arrow. But will it be connecting or not? We'll find out really soon in the match.
Edit
Meanwhile,
gak
on
sih,
the other
Bang?
side, Team Bunsuran have went for Julian
Bang,
and a
edit
Joe
gak sih,
actually. So
Bang?
both of these heroes, we
Ini
know
bag
that they're really
semua, Bang.
good.
Musuhnya, Bang.
But are they good enough to defeat a Suyo? I'm
Bag
really
semua,
curious to
Bang.
see that. And I feel like this Joe is going to lock down one of these mages or the marksman here, because we all know
Edit
in
juga
a
sih,
one-on-one
Bang. Edit,
matchup
Bang.
against the Bruno and a Harriet, unless the Harriet is out-farmed, it's clearly the Bruno.
Hey,
who's going
los
to
dia
win.
duanya.
Ooh, Fredo.
Tinggi sih.
We are actually seeing a hero swap. It seems like the Badang will be thrown into the roam again, because Nox is actually the
Badang
roamer.
rom ya.
Nox is actually the roamer on the side of Impurity. So it seems like Super M will be
Gimana
onto the
deh
EXP with that
bawahnya?
Hylas.
I can completely understand where this is coming from, because we all know, like I mentioned, it's going to be the
Ternyata
Esmeralda
agak
going to
enak ya
EXP.
kalau
So you
streaming
don't want to
gini,
be facing
Cok.
an Esmeralda with a
Agak
Badang on your side. So yeah, that is clearly the reason why we have seen that the Badang has shifted to the roam and Hylos will be going to the EXP here. But I mean, I feel like a Hylos as the last pick was really not the best option. The CC, don't you think the CC could have been much better here?
Indeed, it could have been way better, or even I should say a
Badang
Gerard,
taruh di
because a
SP
Gerard with the 75% flat penetration just from
Tapi
his
sih ya,
second skill alone is
kalau di
actually
SP,
insane
Cok,
to deal with.
sama
And we know that the Gerard is a direct counter to
Apa
Esme,
sih, Bang?
so that could have been one of the picks as well, because the burst coming off from the Gerard is
sama
crazy.
SP.
So yeah.
Ini kamera terlalu bawah kalau gini guys
Yep,
sebenarnya.
and with that, we're already headed into the land of Dawn. Clearly, we have to see if Impurity has what it takes to defeat Team Bunsuran here. They are planning a comeback, but will the comeback be possible? You can clearly see that the Badang and the
Terlalu
Badang is
offset
helping
ke
the
apa ya?
Xavier clear the mid lane, because otherwise
Map bawah.
smoke coming in from the Selena might be enough to take them down. And Kiev is getting to clear the lane quite easily, but they
Ya
might
lo,
be trying
guys,
to freeze the lane as well.
bentaran
Who knows?
doang.
But clearly, they're not trying to do that here.
The
Pas
Abyssal
dong.
Arrow.
Whoa!
Oh, enggak deh.
Super Mike with the flicker trying to take down Neko Queen. But that there was kind of an overcommitment, I would say.
I don't know about overcommitment. I would say that is
Ini pakai emblem
confidence.
apa
The way
SB?
he connected the abyssal
Support
arrow
apa mid?
and then
Oh, mid dia.
waited out for Nico Queen to use that flicker and then goes right in. Oh, we're on the mid here. A lot of fight going on. Fredo.
Oh, Super Mike does not really have
Biar
the flicker,
gitu, guys.
and Van Satoru will get that first blood.
Oh, ini salah
He
yang
is the
namit
guy
dia.
who was
Bisa sih
performing
kalau
one
salah
of
namit
the
gitu.
best in the last match
Dia
of
mesti
Imperial,
megang
and that is
dulu.
trying to do the same here. Going in for the goal laner. Oh, sorry, it is actually the EXP. Warren might get taken down here, manages to escape though. But on the other side,
So,
oh my
kill,
goodness, a lot of action going around on both sides. And like I
Yeah,
said, in a
India.
1v1 situation, if the
Yeah.
pro is leading you, he will get the kill. But on the other side of the map, Van Satoru picking up 2 for himself, 3 in this guy's pocket, and he can clearly go for the turtle. What a snowball it is for Team Impurity in this game.
Indeed, looking like a snowball indeed, because we see that Impurity here already with focus on the side, while, Bunsuran with 0 kills on their side. But then again, the tables can shift at any point in the game, so yeah. And so far looking like Impurity Esport are going to secure the turtle with ease, with no one around to contest it. That Retribution is just onto the bot side of Team Bunsuran. Ooh, look at the gang that is gonna come off in the goal lane here.
Kenapa
We see
ya
that 3 members
player
already
Selena
making
ini
their way
nggak
down to the goal lane,
ini
but then again,
guys
Selena
nggak apa
goes back to the mid
naruh trap di
to
mana
clear
gitu.
out that way.
Yep. Selena so far not able to make that impact in the early game like we expect the Selena to make. But clearly, in terms of vision though, it seems like Team Impurity will be lacking the vision
Hilang
that
satu gerobak dong.
Selena can actually provide for the teammates.
Ooh, the abyssal arrow that Selena is hitting though.
Yang
Yeah,
satu
yeah.
gerobak ya.
Definitely, that is something that she needs to do, otherwise she's going to be completely useless. But it seems like Zia is not getting the farm that the Zia needs. And,
Mati dong musuhnya.
Imada
Enggak,
almost
bom
gets taken
flicker.
down there.
And with that, we see that Super Kef already, leading with the goal lead here against Zia. Zia
Balik aja ya,
just not
Ci.
being able to. Ooh, what is cooking here?
Digoreng-goreng gitu.
Zia manages to escape, but that will be a lot of gold going into the hands of Super Kev there. Look at that. Turret
Dapat
shield
turret bawah
almost
free
going
itu.
all into the hands of Super Kev. And with that, there will be a
Lama
technical
pause juga,
pause
Cok.
coming in from both the sides. But yeah, of course, a technical pause does not really mean that something is wrong with the stream or anything. It just means that we need to be patient to, let the match resume because of the difficulties that the players might be facing and to make sure that the game is fair for everyone. So yeah, let's all wait patiently for a while as the match is getting fixed.
Wow. So as the pause is going on here, Fredo, I would like to talk about the game so far. Like we see that, in the previous game there was so much dominance being asserted by Unsuran. But then again, on the second game, we see that the tables have actually turned. Impurity here taking it more seriously and asserting that dominance in retaliation to Unsuran.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Team Impurity, we all know that they are a great team in India. And of course, if you think about it, the Freya was actually one of the key enablers in the last
Sudah
match
main,
because of the
coy, ini
amount
ada
of
game
damage
nya.
that she
Buat
brings.
Selena
I mean,
gitu.
you don't have crowd control. You know that the Freya is going to shine. She's
Gagal
going to
dia.
rain down all her damage on you. And that is clearly where
Malah
Bunsuran was able to
ke-pressure
dominate
gitu.
the last match. And not just that, in terms of rotation as well, but it seems like Impurity have adapted their own strategies as well. And because of which, in this game, we can see them clearly dominating. And not just that, it seems like the mid laner of Team Bunsuran got a little bit confident there. I mean, overconfident there, going with the flicker, trying to take down the Xavier. And because of that, the fact that the information was revealed that she does not really have a flicker, Van going in completely onto that Selena and taking her down, not letting her escape. And that was the moment the snowball began for Team Impurity.
Indeed. Great analysis coming out from you, Fredo, there with the early phases of the game, because we see that a lot of resource being spent there. But then again, we are back into the game, guys, and here the game is just gonna be resumed.
Yes, and we are back once again into the match. It's going to be Impurity once again on the throttle, pressing down the gas on Team Bunsuran. But let's see if it will continue or not, as Bunsuran is trying to make a comeback as well.
Takut-takutan gitu ya.
And looking so far, this first tier onto the bot side already going into the hand of Super Kev. Super Kev actually playing it really safe with that Bruno,
Balik
just
ya.
focusing on that
Harusnya balik lagi,
continuous
Cok.
farm. Ooh, what is going on with Zia?
Oh, seems like Zia is getting pressured in his own lane, and Van wants to go for the invade here, but seems like they're going to get outnumbered. They might be getting sandwiched here, and they're aware. But Van still wants to go in, but
Super
does not
Tino
really
not
get
going
that buff.
right away to his team here.
Buang racun dua-duanya tapi
Turtle
ya.
is already up, guys, and Van Satoru already onto that turtle, starting it right away without any
Masih di-commit di
hesitation.
bawah.
And here his team already
Sebenarnya
providing that
dikit
vision,
dulu
that
sih,
zoning
bantu-bantu
that
gitu,
he
guys.
needs. And Super Careful looking
Sebenarnya
really
lag
solid
juga
onto
sih,
the Bruno
susah,
so
Cok.
far, with about 4,000 gold lead with that.
Ini salahnya
Yes,
cuma
Selena
tembak-tembak arrow
actually
doang,
providing
kagak
the
masuk
vision that they
damage.
need. But the thing is, they don't really have enough damage. And even though they have it, the thing is, Impurity is tanky enough to provide all that. I see it. Nox has been, forcing out the flicker here to an escape. Oh, another abyssal arrow connecting.
Karena bisa buang kolom tuh,
The
Cok.
Selena's abyssal arrows are
Videonya bisa
connecting, but the thing
mancing
is,
buat
if you go
buang
in,
kolom.
there is always a chance of getting, getting caught in the
Ini
wall.
Agusnya kagak dimainin sama Serena, guys.
I mean, as you said, even though the abyssal arrow might connect, but then again, going in
Tuh,
for
coy,
that
juga
kill might
nggak
be risky
pegangin
because
ambus.
Selena being an assassin, assassin mean, with that
Malaikat.
role because she
Ya,
is an
targetnya diam lagi,
assassin
Cok.
mage. But then again, here on the top side, a lot of fight going on between Van Satoru and Super Warren.
Oh, a 1v1 between the best EXP, sorry, not the best EXP, so the best jungler out there, and
Buka ulti dia.
EXP that has been picked just to counter the Badang. But seems like Impurity is cooking something onto the enemy red buff area. They have went
Udah
4
frustasi,
members
Cok, nge-like
charging
nih.
in. Seems like Lord Wayne is being forced out. Neko Queen coming in with the dawning light will take down the jungler, Lord Wayne, being forced out of his own jungle. Seems like Impurity are teaching Team Bunsuran that if you do like that to us, we'll do like that to you.
Okay, a lot of fight coming in the mid side here.
Van Satoru still wants to go in, but they should at least be able to get that mid lane. The snipe coming in with the Queller, and there goes another one with the Soul Sever. 2 kills, it's a 3 actually. Van Satoru wants to go in for a Maniac, and there it goes, the TNC recall coming from Van Satoru.
Wow. Impurity Esport have literally turned the table upside down. Look at the stats here. We see that they're actually giving a 0 onto the side of Bunsu Ran. And talking about the 0, look at the goal difference here, almost around 8,000 goal difference here already. And even the third turtle goes into the side of Impurity Esport with an ease. And talking about the turrets here, Impurity Esport leading in the turrets, even in the objective Y leading with 4 turrets and leaving, Bunsuran with only the mid-tier turrets onto the top and bot side and on the mid side here just with the inhibitor alone.
2.000, Cok. Beda botnya jauh, susah.
They have taken control of the map. Look at Team Bunsuran, they're definitely forced inside their own base, but
Mana bawa
do they have
Serena lagi kan?
enough to actually sustain it out, to go to the later phases of the match? That is definitely what we're trying to see here. But looking at the way Impurity is approaching it, they're not going to let this people come out
Ranjian
of the
Athena udah kelar, Cok.
Indeed. Another abyssal arrow connects, but then again, Super Mike is not gonna commit to that because committing to that is just
bawa Carmilla kalau mau main semua gini.
But then again, Super M with the glorious part charging right in.
Yes, they do have the minions. They can go for the end if they want.
Mulai
Seems
gitu
like
loh.
Team Bunsuran is
Video
welcoming
biasa.
them to end it. Or is it something that they're actually forcing out?
Terus kalau satu kali
What
paus
is
doang
going
kayaknya,
on
guys.
here? Team
Peraturannya.
Bunsuran just, not being able to hold their ground here at this point. Look at the base. The crystal is already being taken down. And with that, ladies and gentlemen,
Gitu gitu,
it
guys.
is gonna be game 2 onto the side of Impurity Esports.
Victory!
Walkover or something like that. But yeah, Impurity will be happy. That's something.
Gigi naman on fire.
Yeah.
Pas sebelum team.
I mean, I don't think we would be that satisfied because it wasn't clear. It clearly wasn't a
gimana
fair
sih?
fight, because Bunsaran were actually facing a big issue, and I'm pretty sure that even Impurity Esport are aware of that by now.
Kayak 200
So-
MS.
We are probably gonna see
TBT guys.
a redraft if I'm not wrong.
kita sudahi aja guys. Thank you yang sudah menonton guys. Bye bye guys.